Maybe they had him.
Moderation. Oh, my bad. Moderation helps everyone feel
The
safe
entire
to build a
army of the
positive.
Republic has been given the orders to hunt down and
Oh, it's
destroy
already live.
all the
Yeah.
Jedi.
And we already
Live on the unicorn right
Hurry
there.
up. Hey, Shalom Akim out there. I want to start off by giving, facing the east and giving all praises, glory, and honor unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
double honors unto our apostles and elders at Great Millstone that rule well and continue to do so.
That's right.
Salutations, peace, blessings unto the hopeful elect at House of David.
We
All
good,
to you
King.
brothers out there fighting
Wow.
this good fight of faith, keep it up. To you sisters doing that, which is becoming a women, shalom. To those that are addicted unto this ministry, we say shalom. We're here to give you the two most important things you could ever know, that we have received from our apostles and elders, and that they have received from their elders that came before them. Even the name of our Heavenly Father and the name of His only begotten Son, their true and proper names in the ancient Paleo-Hebrew, our language, Lashwan Kodash, which means holy tongue. Lashwan meaning tongue or language, Kodash meaning holy. Now these be the names that are written. The name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh. Yah meaning He, Hawa meaning exists or is to be. He is, He exists. He, the existing one. For He is a rewarder of them that diligently seeks Him. And in the name of His only begotten Son, who has a name that is above every name, given amongst men here on earth, to the Israelite man first, consisting of the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and also to the believers, consisting of women, children, helps of the prophets, and those that have faith. They be calling upon that name, even that mighty name. The name, Yahweh Shai. Yah meaning He, Shai meaning deliverer and savior. And that is exactly what He will come and do. The second time in physical form, yet as an angelic force, for we shall see Him as He is, and we shall be like Him.
That's right.
We're out here to do what we do best, edify, prophesy, and teach. We're in dangerous times. And we're going to tell you dangerous things. But the only way you're going to be able to be safe is to know the name of our Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son. And what we're doing out here is not against law. But what our people are about to do or already doing is against the law of the land. Because you know not the law of your power. You don't know where your power lies. So let's get right into it.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 9, beginning at verse 1.
And this is a true protest. All right? We don't need to march on Washington. This word has reached the gates of the noble.
That's right.
Without us even stepping foot on a goddamn political arena. This word has reached their hearts. Go ahead.
And it reads, He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself.
So what time are you living in? Are we living in a time of peace? No. We just seen those rats attack Iran, a very dangerous nation in that region. That's untouched, unstoppable, surrounded by hills on all sides and mountains. And they're an old nation. All right, they were once known as what? The Persians, before their name was changed to Iran in the 1930s. And we go back to the Persians for glory's sake, for vengeance sake. War. Come on, man.
That's right, bro.
So you awakened the sleeping giant, so to speak. Like they said when America got attacked by the Japanese during Pearl Harbor. No, you awakened a true sleeping giant. And any ancient nation will tell you empires go east to die. If you go east, then that's where those rats are going. Iran is east of them. Going east.
It says, And when thou seest part of the signs past.
Now we've seen the parts of the signs in the heavens, wars, rumors of wars, earthquakes in diverse places, pestilences, and even more pestilences. We've been seeing those signs pass, but the end is not yet. Go ahead,
Which I have told thee before.
See, this was told unto you by the prophets, and have been told unto you. And it's still being told unto you until the Lord says, enough. And we're off the streets. Got my man Michael. Did you do it? Don't ask me about my business, King. Don't ask me about enough. The Lord's gonna get to the point enough. He gonna slam the table. He gonna slam a lot of y'all into concentration camps. Others of you into wartime. Others of you into pestilence and famine. And others of you into death itself. In whatever fashion the Lord sees fit.
Then shalt thou understand.
Then you gonna understand. Do you not understand these things? The North should have looked at what the South went through when they was marching. Hosed down, dogs sicked on them, tear gas, run away, beaten, put in jail. And this is during the segregation. But now we're not under segregation. It's a ploy. We still under segregation. That's why Trump came in, make America great again. That's when we were segregated from them. That's when we were separated, and that's when they were on top. They don't see you brown people, which we're all brown, different shades of brown. They don't see you Hispanics as nothing. You're just Spanish-speaking niggas. You're just like us, family. But we already showed you that marching ain't the way.
Yeah.
The only way is through your Abba-Shanal Shah. The way is in training. Going back to Enoch, Tanawah, the way is in training. That's the only way you're going to get out of here is through translation. Swear it out.
Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
So the Lord is visiting the world which he made through signs, and then he's going to literally visit through his expressed image, even our Lord and Savior, Yahweh Shah.
It says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well
You
understand.
see that? Earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. Why is there an uproar? Because the wicked is bearing rule and the people groan or mourn. You go to mourn is in the KJV. You go into the NLT, it's groan. Same thing, though. Very same thing. But
It says, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee.
see, the Lord spake of these things in ancient times.
That's right,
And he's speaking unto you again in this time. Yeah, these are ancient writings, but it's prophecy for now.
That's right.
But
It says, even from the beginning.
even
Yeah.
from the beginning, can a brother get Luke that the prophets have been since the world began?
That's right.
But
The scripture said the Lord declared the end
from the beginning. Ooh, so this thing is already said and done, whether you believe it or not.
That's right.
It's already said. Whoever's about to be in those protests and be slain, it was already written for them to be slain in such a way. To be out there in those protests. For us to be here. For you to be there. Go ahead,
Come. Verse 5, it says, for like as all that is made in the world had a beginning and an end.
See, the Lord is balanced. Everything has a beginning and everything has an end. The only thing that doesn't have an end is going to be our kingdom.
That's right.
It will never end. But everything in the world, as you clearly see it, according to science and just how things work, it has a beginning and an end. And the Lord is about to tell you, well, the end is manifest. It's clearly known that this place is at its end.
And the end is manifest.
Yeah, because America is at odds with nations at this moment. They're not even on equal footing with their allies that made an attack on Iran. That's going to lead to World War III. All right, you already got warships in the region.
That's right.
All right. Go ahead.
Continue. Verse 6, it says, even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs.
Endings and effects and signs. See, the signs are here. Signs in the heavens. We had a blood moon during the Passover.
Yeah, they had a red moon a couple weeks ago.
Red moon.
Not red moon, red sun.
Red
Yeah.
sun. Just had like a super moon or something like that just this past week.
And I think this month
Call it
is supposed to
flower
be
moon or
a strawberry moon.
Strawberry
also.
moon, there you go. Harvest moon or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
All these signs are happening in the heavens, and what happens right after these signs? Distress of nations, perplexity, lack of resources just gets worse and worse.
That's right.
Go ahead,
It says, and every one that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith.
So you're only going to be able to escape by your works and faith. Not a nigga being in the bag and shit, because you're going to end up in a body bag. Is your works and faith towards Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai.
That's right. Whereby ye have believed.
Who is that though? That's the name of your God and the name of your Savior. You so-called Negroes and Hispanics and Native Americans. The greatest thing for you to do is not wave a foreign flag, because it ain't your flag. That was given to you by your oppressor.
That's right, bro.
The only banner that we lifting up upon the high mountain is this right here, these scriptures.
That's right.
That's the only flag you should be waving. God wills it. That's what it should be. See, these words are reaching the gates of the nobles. These words are reaching the ears of Trump. Not to do anything for us, is that our power is against his country and against everybody that's connected to him. And that our God is leading him and his cohorts to war, to a world war. And they're going to be destroyed there.
That's right.
Go ahead,
It says, shall be preserved from the said perils.
See, those that are in the Lord are going to be preserved from the said perils. that's coming. Civil war, class wars, race wars. These things are gonna come, whether you like them or not. And you damn devils with your guns, it ain't gonna stop nothing. What happens when the power goes out? Is your gun gonna save you then? When you gotta go up against spiritual entities, Michael gonna stand up. Can you go against that? When your enemies are in the land, sleeper cells, can you go against that? Can you go fighting days on end without food or resources, not knowing if it's gonna come in? Can you fight against newly created creatures and beasts? Then devils think it's just they're gonna be just fighting against us or Jake or whatever. No, you're gonna be fighting against the elements, everything.
And then there's scripture that say the earth shall rise against them.
And every hand of the wicked shall be
upon them. That's right.
I maul, the laborer, the wretched one, the sufferer. Alright, go ahead up.
It says, shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my
So
land.
those that have works and faith are going to be preserved from the said perils, the dangers, the evils, the savagery. Alright? What did my man Michael B say about World War I? What did he say? He said, I see men killed in
ways I couldn't imagine.
There
Something
you go.
along those
men
lines.
gonna be killed in ways that you can't imagine in this time. The weaponry is far more advanced, and this place is heavily armed. This is the most heavily armed nation on the planet.
That's right.
And when people ain't got, when they lose everything, they lose it. And you already going into that word, the love of many shall wax cold. You go into the word cold, it's cycle. People gonna lose their psyche, and they just gonna go crazy. Go ahead.
It says, and shall see my salvation in my land.
See, it's gonna be salvation in the Lord's land. Once he nukes it to hell and back. He has to eradicate and vanquish the enemy out of the land. So what my man Nathan, Yahoo Soda, is doing is a beautiful thing indeed. She's nice. It's a beautiful thing indeed. Because that's going to lead the world to war, and that's going to lead to that place being nuked, our land replenished, and it's going to lead to America, Babylon, being pelted with fire and brimstone.
That's right.
Go ahead, huh?
It says, and within my borders,
and within the borders of the land. Go ahead, huh?
for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. Predestination.
The Lord hath sanctified us from the beginning. And you go into Isaiah 13, it says, call together my sanctified ones and my mighty ones for my anger, which is the angels. So the Lord is calling forth his sanctified ones, his saints, the Israelites, his men, and then he's going to call forth the warriors.
That's right, bro.
All right, to get ready for war. Glory's sake.
Vengeance sake. War.
It says, then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways.
See, our people in pitiful case have abused the ways of Yahweh Shema Shah. See, Trump sees our people, whether you be foreign or domestic, as a terror, as a threat, as rebels, as a malicious people, just like it was written in the book, The Editions of Esther, by that demon angel. He's like, let me tell you, O king, this people are constantly in rebellion against kings. That's what they said. What are they calling this day today? What are they calling it?
No King's Day.
No King's Day. Well, we gonna jump into first Kings for you though, because Kings is here. We got the cloud. Kings in the building. No, we outside. The Kings are outside.
That's right.
This is the time where kings would make war in the ancient world. This would be a perfect timing. Motherfuckers settle on their lead. Well, we about to march. Niggas out there marching, right? But that word goes back to military engagement. So when they out there say, we're marching for our rights. No, we're marching for war. So that's why this dude Trump put a military footing on the ground, the Marines. He put them down there saying, well, but they're just innocent people. No, they're not. They're insurgents. If they're not all destroyed, it will be civil war without end. And this dude is looking at it like you're waving a foreign flag on his land. Like, he don't give a damn you waving an American flag with a foreign flag. You're only supposed to wave the American flag and not the foreign flag. So he's looking at it as, all right, this is a declaration of war. They waving a foreign banner on his land. So he has to put a military footing down. You can tell he's taking this serious because he's He's seen two military helicopters fly by. So what was that for?
What was that? Well, first one was a military. It was like an army helicopter. But but right behind it was a National Guard helicopter. It was a red, white, and black one, which represents National Guard. So
Hey, get real.
Hey, it's about, like the brother said, these are the times where we're about to rejoice of the name of the Lord, because we've been telling you people this is going to happen, starting from elder apostles on down. So it's in your goddamn face. Shalom, man.
You got a lot of spoil out here in these streets. That's what you gonna get, all right? Some of us gonna be crying and screaming, and we don't get that in second entrance. That if it does get to a military footing, the war gonna break out. All right, it's gonna be firefights, and then it's gonna turn into a world war, because right on the cusp of these protests, brothers was literally talking about it at work. They say, goddamn, the rats strike Iran. Letting you know that the war of the civil footing and the war of the world footing is hand in hand.
Yeah, that's right, bro.
It went right with each other.
Yeah.
Trump ain't being listened to in his own nation, so he has to make a military footing. And then Netanyahu wasn't listening to him. He had to make a military footing on his own.
Bro.
This is Matthew 24 and verse 6. You shall hear wars and rumors of wars.
Now you go into that word rumor, it means reports of wars. We just heard a report this week that Iranian nuclear facilities was hit. Not really though. They say maybe one, but they still got other silos deep in the mountains that ain't touched. You have to send in ground troops in order to really quell those installations. You can't send an airstrike up in there. The mountainous range of Iran is too well protected.
And it says, verse 6 again, you shall hear wars and rumors of wars.
So you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. Right? Now you have the war of the people. You gonna have the war of the nations real soon. I mean, wars is already breaking out. They say that wasn't like America in a firefight or something. They sent them ships.
Yeah, they were shooting down, I think, whatever different
missiles that Iran
was shooting.
So it's getting hot and heavy for real. They deflecting and shooting missiles, and you still got troops, Korean troops landing in the crane. So the battle's been waging for a time. Now it's starting to reach the states finally.
See that you be not troubled.
Don't be troubled though. See, the elect, we're not troubled. We're excited by these things.
Right.
Are people going out there without the banner of the Lord? You're gonna be quailed and put down.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said.
Your blood is gonna be on the flag, all right? Because he sees you as a threat, so he has to send in military. But those are people. Any person could be a potential threat, just like in chess. Any pawn could be a potential queen. So he's like, well, okay, they're people now, but put a gun in their hand, and what are they after that? Because you gotta remember, the Marines, they landing in Kuwait and all these places where a broad got a burqa on, but she got an RPG under that motherfucker, or a little dude running with a little bag of donuts and shit. Oh, they ain't no donuts, she got some grenades in that motherfucker. Like he's like, hey, box of chocolates? Oh yeah, thank you. You never know what you're gonna get, nigga. Open it up with some grenades and blow his ass up, man. Like on Sinners and shit. Remember my man? Dude was trying to drive off, he threw that grenade in that motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
Blew that shit up. This guy, man. Do not panic, man.
Organized.
Just keep swimming. Yeah. Just keep swimming. A scalp.
It says, read it again.
These are the signs of the times. Get it?
You shall hear wars, rumors of wars. See that you can have trouble. For all these things must come to pass.
They must come to pass, because the end is when Yahweh Shai arrives and the missiles fly.
That's right.
That's the day of the Lord, when fire and brimstone shall be scattered upon his habitation, Esau Edom, and his power structure crumbles and falls.
But the end is not yet.
See, the Lord is letting you know, but the end is not yet. The end is not until he arrives.
Mm-hmm.
That's the end.
For nation shall rise against nations, and kingdom against kingdom.
See, nation against nation and kingdom against kingdom. Ethnicity versus ethnicity. He even tells you in another place that every people is going to go with their own people. They're going to flee into their own land. You see that our people getting kicked out of the land or put into camps. But the other nations are fleeing out of this land into their own lands, because war is coming.
And it says, and there shall be famine
Oh, lack of resources.
and pestilence
And diseases.
and earthquakes
And earthquakes. And
in diverse places.
we waiting for the big one, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, kind of.
Because when these freeways go down, motherfuckers gonna be trapped wherever they at.
Yep.
And who gonna come in there to save them? Military. But the military ain't gonna come in there to save them. They gonna come in there to put them down. Like on that what's that show? It's like a Korean zombie fucking show. What's that shit called? All of Us Are Dead or something like that. But they were trying to get the children out of there that wasn't affected, and they was only in there to get a certain a file on a computer in the school. And they got it there like we got the package. They got the package, extraction. They're like, but sir, we got these children, we got these kids. He said, leave them. Kill all the power of the internet in that whole region. We got the nuke. He's like, get them out of there. He's like, but sir, shoot them or abort mission. And they're like, help us. He's like, back up. Don't come closer. And they got out of there and they left the fucking children there on the school roof. But that's not what I'm going to do. See, the Lord ain't going to leave us behind.
That's right, bro.
But you people going to be left. All right? Because you think you can go down to Egypt for help, but they only got the military might there to keep you out. You know that?
That was it, bro.
They go to Isaiah 30 and go to their strength is to sit still. This Romans 13 and 11. You gotta start at the top because this is what our people ain't understanding, that we know what we can do lawfully in this place. Like Paul, when our people tried to kill him for bringing our people in the Gentile state into the temple, they tried to kill him, and I think my man Felix, which is a centurion, saved him. He said, "You gonna allow this to happen to a Roman citizen?" And he had to save him up out of there from the hands of niggas, man. You know, the Jews, right?
Yeah.
Real Jews, right? He's like, he used that American citizenship to get him out of that situation. We're using our American rights to assemble and freedom of religion and to protest. The right of assembly. But what our people doing with a goddamn green, white, and red flag and shit, you are waving a foreign flag on this land. You gotta look at how he's seeing it. And also my man Trump, he's in that Lincoln spirit. He said, I need those votes. I am the president of the United States, clothed in immense power. That's what that dude is thinking right now. That's what this dude Lincoln said. He said, if I fight against the Confederates, I'm only fighting against rebels to regain contraband that they stole, slaves. So Trump is looking at it like, I ain't fighting against citizens, I'm fighting against foreign entities and rebels. And whoever is with them among our nation, they're seen as insurgents as well, and I have to quell this situation. That's how he's seeing it. He's clothed in immense power. You will prefer those votes. Well, you start to stop? Yeah. God, this is Romans 13. The headline reads, obey the government. Woo! It says, let every soul be subject unto the higher power. Now, going back to the time of Daniel. All right, I was just looking at the book of Daniel. His three holy children were crying. They're like, man, they only captured our kings, the rulers, the military officials, and the princes. He said, but they left the rest of our people in the land. He's like, that's the Babylonian way. They were like, if they take the leadership, the rest will fall in the line. I'm like, oh shit. Then he said they want us to change our names and our clothes, and they want us to forget our God. He said our clothes might change, but that doesn't matter. We gonna still believe in our power. Right, he said, in those many years that they were in Babylon, they were subject in a foreign land to a foreign king, but their hearts only belonged to Yahweh. And that was a beautiful thing when he said that. He said we were in a foreign land under a foreign king, but our hearts belong only to Yahweh. By Hashem Yahweh Shah. So that's where we're at right now. See, our people are too far going into this country to think that they for you. Yeah, we're under a foreign nation and under a foreign king, but we're not subject to them. For there is no power but of the Most High. There it is. But our hearts belong only to God. That's right. Only to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah. The powers that be are ordained by the Most High. So the government that's standing is ordained by God. But the difference is that we trust in the Lord our power above the government of this land. We don't go to them crying to them. We cry to Yahweh Shema Shai.
That's right.
That's
bro.
our protest. That's our declaration. That's our declaration of war against this place righteously though. The weapons of our warfare are not carnal, spiritual. To the pulling down of strongholds.
That's why I'm glad this breaks this down in context, because you'll have somebody read this and think that, oh, just because you're in Babylon, that you gotta abide by every law that Babylon tells you. Like if they tell you to take that chip, are you gonna take it? It's gonna get to the point where he's gonna cause it all, require them to have it.
They are said it's known as the law. The whole Bible is the law. We can go into the law and contradict the laws of the certain land that we're in. You gotta remember that even the Romans allowed us to keep our customs, but we were subject unto them by tribute.
Yeah.
So our people kept the law of the Romans to an extent. They didn't keep they whole fucking law and shit. Like, all right, well, the Romans, they don't keep Passover, so we ain't. No, our people like, nah, we still gonna keep it, but we gonna give tribute to them. So it's the same with us. It's like we give tribute to Rome, but we're not subject to Rome. You know? And our people trust in the shadow of Egypt. But I gotta say it like this: the shadow of Rome is vast, and you shall yet see yourself die under it. See, a lot of our people gonna die under the shadow of Egypt.
It says, whosoever therefore resisteth the power, resisteth the ordinance of the Most High.
So our people going out there marching, but it's for, what is it really for though? We're all foreigners in this land. See, even the northern tribes that came over here, we're not native to this land. We sailed over here, right? So what the fuck are you really fighting for? Rights for what? Your only right is to return unto your power and go to your true home, Israel.
And they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation.
And if they resist, what did my man Trump say? If any brother got an article on it, like what he said we're gonna come with like not lethal force, but it's gonna be a hard, a hard response or something like that. But he literally warned the people, saying it with his own mouth. A hard response. If y'all go out there, if you hit a cop car, you will be arrested. If you run,
One of them says that.
He
will kill you.
but Trump's statement was if they protest and try to ruin his parade, he said they'll be met with heavy force. That was the exact thing, heavy force.
Yeah, but there was another dude that said if you fuck around,
we will kill you. Oh, that was I want to say it was like a sheriff down in Florida.
Yeah,
okay, it's all good. Yeah.
What's that? That clip?
No, the guy that said that, like that article, I got it, but it's on the phone. So
Yeah, because the dude down there in Florida, he said if you hit a cop car, you will be arrested in this county or whatever. He said if you attack a police officer, you will be arrested. He said if you try to run, he's like, you will be tired and arrested. It's going to be tired because they're going to catch you.
We're going to catch you, and then you
throw
go
your
to
ass in
jail.
there.
Take your ass down. Damn doggy.
For rulers are not a terror to good works.
Can you read that part again, Ak?
Romans 13:3. For rulers are not a terror to good works.
See, the ruler is not a terror unto us because we're doing our God-given right. God wills it, and according to your law, it's lawful. Right. You're a law-abiding citizen. Right?
I got that exact
ahead,
quote. This is his name is Sheriff Slaki. Give me 1 second. Slaki. It's Wayne Ivy down in Florida, and his exact statement says, if you hit one of us, you're going to the hospital and then jail. Most likely get bit by one of our beautiful dogs that we have here. And if you attack one of us blatantly, we will tell your family where to pick up your remains.
Damn.
And he said,
Military footage. Because they ain't seeing you people as citizens, they're seeing you as a threat. They're pretty much telling you, if you're out there, we're going to arrest you.
Yeah, he said,
And
because
if
we will
you're
kill
not
you,
out there,
graveyard dead, we're not going to
If you try to fight against us, we're going to kill you. That's what they're saying. All right? What's going on here? It's been a rebellion, sir. The situation is under control. It's being taken care of. It's time for you to leave. See, they're going to tell you people to leave. Even before you even start your little march, they're going to turn you away with them guns and those barricades and goddamn the police brigade those shields that they have.
Yeah.
You know,
Those riot shields.
one of my coworkers said that the day that Karen Bass, the mayor of LA, put that curfew 8 to 6. She said that she saw a video. I don't know if she saw a video of a girl getting shot, being out past curfew by rubber bullets and shit. Like they're not playing around, bro. Like they're telling the Lord's not the
Lord's not playing
the Lord's not fucking around.
It's
man.
rubber bullets right now, but it's gonna be lethal bullets. Hey, don't forget about those what are those bullets that make you explode, like those, not armor piercing, but hollow points. They got millions of those things made years ago. So what you think they gonna release them on? And they got the robot dogs that they debuted some years ago in like New York and shit. So what you think they gonna really do with you people, man? You go your ass down there, you gotta go up against robots, military police.
You got a lot.
The military itself, Marines.
I was gonna say you got a lot of agent provocateurs out there.
And that's what our people are not understanding. Don't go the fuck out there because there's agent provocateurs. See, we're out here and there ain't no goddamn agents over here. And if they are, the spirit of the Lord gonna kill them.
That's right. That's right.
See, that's the difference between us. We have the spirit of the Lord with us. He about to get any goddamn turncoat piece of shit, asshole, fraud out of here. But you people go down there by the millions or thousands, there will be agent provocateurs among you to get things started because they need order. They need the chaos so they can bring the order.
That's right.
Order out chaos.
Back in Romans 13, verse 3. For rulers are not a terror to good works.
See, the rulers of this land, the decrees that are pushed, they're not a terror unto us because we're doing good works. There you go, waving a foreign flag in the land. You're not waving an American flag, and you wonder why they don't want you here. You stupid dummy. Come on, man. He sees that as a threat. That is a threat. That's not an American flag. That's a foreign entity. And they're not at good terms with Mexico at this time. Don't they got them in tariffs? Come on, man. That's a war. That's a trade war. It's going to lead to a real war.
That's right.
Go ahead, huh?
But to the evil.
And that's how stupid our people are because the Lord don't see you as his people, and neither does this nation see you as their own, so they're going to see you as a threat. And dummy going to ride around with his woman and his seeds and shit. You dummy. You're all insurgents to them. You're all bum bad. Good, huh?
Says, wilt thou then not be afraid of the power?
Will you not be afraid of the power that the Lord has given this man? The sword. He is known as the hammer of the earth. Come on, man. Go ahead, huh?
Do that which is good.
See, we're doing that which is good. See, our people, all them thousands of Jakes with the goddamn Mexican flag should come their ass right here to where the brothers is, and we be like, hey, throw that goddamn flag down and pick this up. This is your banner. Oh, what? Oh, and praise the Lord. That's what you do. Go home.
See yes.
See that? See yes. All right, and go your ass home and pray and wait for the Lord to show you what He gonna do. He don't need you to go out and march and do nothing.
That's what he commands us. Wait ye upon me till I rise up to the prey.
Now, we're out here not fucking crying to Trump or this government for nothing. We're telling them what it is. We're crying for all the abominations that be done in the midst. That's what we're crying for.
That's right, bro.
Go ahead, huh?
Finishing on verse 3. Do that which is good, and thou shalt have praise of the same.
So if we do this which is good, we're going to have praise of the same. We don't give a damn about your king. Is this your king to lead you into the future? No, I'm your king. See, hey, the kings is here. And there no kings there. I thought we wasn't even living in time of kings. But it just goes to show you the spirit is beautiful. We're living in the time of wars, rumors of wars, and in the days of these kings, where the Lord set up a kingdom that shall never be destroyed. That's where we at right now.
That's right.
Verse 4. For he is the minister of the Most High to thee for good.
Hey, Esau Edom. Esau Edom that has his guns and his laws and his decrees. He's for good to us that trust in the Lord, but he's also a threat and even a mercenary for the Lord against those that do evil.
That's right.
But if thou do that which is evil, be afraid.
Woo! So our people doing that which is evil. Be afraid. If you fly a foreign flag in a land that you say you're a part of, what do you think that land is going to do against it? Oh, this is foreign entity. Oh, we got to, just like your body, there's a foreign entity in the body. What do? They quell it. They destroy it. They get it out of there. So our people are very stupid. Issachar, man. Are dumb as hell because you waving a foreign flag. You wonder why Trump is coming down with a military footing, sending Marines in there. Go ahead, huh?
For he beareth not the sword in vain.
Oh, see, Esau Edom doesn't bear his blessing in vain.
That's right,
When
bro.
Trump say they gonna arrest your ass and shoot you and all that, he mean that shit. Because who's putting that in his mouth? The Habashim Shai is putting that in his mouth. Just like I believe it was the king of Egypt, and Josiah went out there to meet him, and the king of Egypt was like, man, hold on, man, you ain't got nothing to do with this. Your God told me to come out here. And then Josiah got involved, got fucked up, got killed. Because the Lord was sending that Egyptian king out there to a battle, and Josiah's trying to get in the middle of that. And literally the Lord was like, no, I set this dude up to do what he's doing. You ain't got no part of that. Don't fucking get involved. Got involved and got killed. And this is the king that all Israel loved Josiah. But he didn't listen to the Lord in that instance and got his ass killed. You know? Go ahead, up.
It says, for he is the minister of the Most High.
That goes to show you when the Lord tells you don't get involved, don't get involved. Alright? Esau Edom got to do what he got to do. And this damn devil is even, this devil don't give a fuck about you to tell you shit. But if he literally tell you that, don't go out there. Better listen to him.
Yeah, right.
Because he don't say this shit often. He don't give you niggas no warning, man. Go ahead, up.
It says, for he is the minister of the Most High, a revenger to execute wrath upon him that doeth evil.
An avenger to execute wrath upon him that doeth evil. And our people are doing evil by protesting against this guy. This is the protest. This is what the Bible. This nation can't stop this. They can burn your goddamn flag from Mexico or where the hell you from. They can't burn these though. And if they do, well, they go on the war with the war. Go ahead,
See, verse 5. It says, wherefore ye must needs be subject not only for wrath, but also for conscience sake.
See, this is for conscience sake. We don't get involved in those affairs. Alright? They ain't got nothing to do with us. That's the American and political arena. They ain't got nothing to do with us, man. We ain't involved in the politics of things. War is young men dying, old men talking. Politics. You know this. So that's what it is. This is what we're supposed to be. This is our declaration, our protest, to cry out to the Lord, our power, Yahweh, to send his son Yahweh Shai to end this place.
That's right, bro.
For this cause pay ye tribute also.
And we pay our tribute, weak ass taxes and all that crap. And we're subject to this place, to payments. So it is what it is.
We do as Yahweh Shai say, render unto Caesar what is Caesar's, and render unto the Most High what's the Most High.
Yeah, because we render unto Caesar what it is. We go labor, sweat of our brow to get our bread, but then what we labor for, they take the taxes out for this demon.
Yeah.
So we render unto Caesar what's his, you know. But our body, our everything is to the Lord. See, we will gladly spend ourselves for the Lord.
That's right, bro.
All right, we have robbed other churches to do you good. See, but our people, instead of trusting in the Lord and listening to the men of the Lord, you want to go out there and face the threat head on, not knowing that that's what he was made to do. Esau Edom is baiting you out there. He wants you
out there.
Come out.
Back in Romans 13 and 6, for they are the Most High's ministers, attending continually upon this very thing. Render therefore to all their dues, tribute to whom tribute is due, custom to whom custom, fear to whom fear.
That's going into us, really. You gotta give honor to where honor is due and custom to where custom is due. These are your customs. See, Esau Edom, he'll give you his law, what you can and cannot do, but he's literally telling you not to do something. So don't do it. Do what the Lord is telling you to do. Because He set this man up to be a minister against the evil. And he's going to quell the evil. Whoever the Lord sees fit to take out, he's going to use this man to take him out.
That's right.
Go ahead, Op.
It says, honor to whom honor. Verse 8, the headline reads, love one another. Owe no man anything, but to love one another.
That's what we do. We love our people to tell them who they are. You are the Israelites. You're not Mexican, you're not black, you're not Native American. You're an Israelite from one of these tribes. Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Gad, Reuben, Simeon, Issachar. All right? The only flag that we're waving is the banner upon this high mountain.
That's right.
Which is the scriptures, and they can't stop it. They can't stop this. The only time we're going to stop is when the Lord says it's over, it's done. Get out of there. Leave. The Lord's going to hide us. Right?
This is verse 8 again. It says, owe no man anything, but to love one another.
We owe no man anything but to love one another through the truth. Alright? Love is the keeping of the commandments. And our first commandment is no other God before our power, man. No other thing. You going out there marching, crying to this weak ass dude Trump, this king, when you already have a king. The King of Kings, man. That's who you cry to. And the Lord is like saying, well, calm down. I set him up. He is that cruel Lord that I've set over these Egyptian people, these Americans. You have nothing to do with that. Leave it alone.
It says, for he that loveth another hath fulfilled the law.
See, we love one another to tell our people they don't go out there and be safe, man. And they got curfew. They don't be out here, you know, getting lit. Go home, you know. We're telling our people the good things to do. But yet, best believe our people going to be out there among these riots, and you're going to wonder why you get hurt. Stay home. Don't go out there. This ain't your fight. Yahweh Shemashai got everything going.
That's right.
For this thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal.
And that's exactly what our people been doing. And now it's all catching up to you. And don't try to cry behind, oh, well, we're just hard-working people. No, you're not. You become Americanized, and the Lord is sick of it. And now he has to put you down. Go ahead,
Thou shalt not bear false witness, thou shalt not covet. And if there be any other commandment, it is briefly comprehended in this saying.
You other groups, you other camps, you get involved in these things as well, which ain't got nothing to do with you. And that's a term of adultery, because you're not going to the Lord for counsel, you're going to Egypt for counsel. That's adultery in his eyes.
That's right, bro.
Go ahead, up.
Finishing off verse 9. And if there be any other commandment, it is briefly comprehended in this saying.
If it be any other commandment, it's briefly comprehended in this. We're telling our people, stay home. Even Jake in the world was like, hey, the South was telling the North, hey man, stay home. That was the spirit of the Lord on that. The South, like, hey man, sit down, man. Because it ain't gonna work in your favor. It's not gonna go the way you expect.
Says, namely, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Yeah, we love our neighbor as ourselves, the elect.
Well, that's what this is the labor of love. Coming out here prophesying, man.
We're risking our lives, freedoms to do so. Our people is just risking their goddamn life for nothing. Even though you were told not to. Go to 13.
The point where you was going to read.
The point was in verse 11.
Go to 13.
Oh, you already read that?
Read it? No, I said that was my point. You told me to start at 1.
Oh yeah, because the main point is government going against you, you're going to be quelled.
Verse 10, it says, love worketh no ill to his neighbor.
Now that's what Esau has done to us. He worked ill toward his neighbor. And according to the law, love worketh no ill to his neighbor. So our people going down there marching, don't expect no love from this guy. Because when he arrived on these shores, there was no love, but a sword. Can you get that in song? He spoke smoothly with his mouth. War was in his heart. Woo! Hey, that's what my man Trump is doing right now. Niggas speaking smooth like Darth Sidious. And the whole time he was talking, my man Anakin was laying waste to the goddamn separatists, man. Laying them down. That's exactly what Trump is doing. Nigga on TV talking, and guess who's getting ready with the gunships? Military might.
Yeah,
At the very same time this dude on TV talking, You have military men going to where they need to go.
Yeah, you're being deployed.
While people marching with their little babies and shit with a goddamn Minnie Mouse hat on, these motherfuckers putting helmets and shit on. While you motherfuckers getting your phones and shit ready to go live, they ready to get them bullets in there and make you unalive. Shit. So stop playing around.
See
Stop trying to play.
That's the perfect. This is the perfect balance of what the Lord is doing. He all deployed you to go out there to do so he could gather you up. Cause you being led to the flock of the slaughter. You about to be slaughtered out here, man.
Yep, like the brother Issachar beautifully put. He said these are those that make that table for that truth. The motherfuckers making the table for them. See, the difference between us and you is that David said that the Lord has set us a table in the presence of our enemies. He set the table. You motherfuckers that say your own goddamn table, and you're preparing that table for the truth to come in there and take you out. See, we're out here because the Lord wants us out here. We ain't out here because some clown gave us a goddamn text and shit. Hey man, they be out there, man. No King's Day. Nah, motherfucker, there is a king. The King of Kings.
That's right.
The Lord, power, Yahweh is a king. He's the great king. And he's making us a nation of kings and priests. Go ahead, Doc.
Verse 10, love worketh no ill to his neighbor, therefore love is the fulfilling of the law. And that, knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
Now it's time to wake up out of the sleep. America's done. America's through. It's gone. It will never come back. It's done.
That's right.
It's over. The republic cannot be fixed. It must start over. And that's what they're trying to do with this new world order. All right, this digital system. The world is going to start over, according to them. But they have to bring the chaos in order to bring the order.
That's right.
There's no law, no order, except for the one that will replace it.
For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe.
See, that's why people are not understanding. See, while you were trying to get ready for this weak-ass protest, what happened in Iran? Attacks were made. Going to show you that our salvation is nearer than when we believe. Because with the destruction also comes the salvation.
That's right, bro.
You know? That was it, huh? Yeah. Get the Psalms. Can you get the additions to Esther 13?
Come. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 55, beginning at verse 20. The point is in 21. It reads, he hath put forth his hand against such as be at peace with him.
That's Esau Edom. The self-proclaimed white man. He gonna put his hand forth to those that did no harm to him.
That's right.
Because he's a fugitive. See, if a fugitive is on the run and he gets wind that you might know who he is and that you can identify him, we gotta take you out before you say so. That's why this dude is putting military down there. He know that he stole this land from you. He know that you built up the land, but he's like, I don't need no witnesses, man.
Yeah.
They gonna take him out. Take him out. Go ahead, out.
It says he had broken his covenant.
He broke the brotherly covenant. He did it before. He'll do it again.
That's right.
Go ahead, out.
The words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
So on one point, he's like, well, you know, America, let's make America great again. Mexicans for Trump, blacks for Trump, or whatever. But on the other hand, he's sharpening a sword to go against these very same people. All right?
Clever devil.
Clever. Go ahead, out.
It says, but war was in his heart.
Oh, there it is. It's always been on the table. War has always been on the table. Go ahead, out.
His words were softer than oil.
Oh man, but he'll tell you something good. But what?
It says, yet were they drawn swords.
But yet they was bringing them things out.
Yeah.
All right?
Serpent in the garden.
Woo!
That's
Forever
right, bro.
purge, man. But the purge is over. Nah. Woo! Forever
Forever
purge.
purge.
Nah, it don't end.
But this is what the Lord tell us to do. He says, cast thy burden upon Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai.
We're going to cast our burden upon Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, not on men, especially not on the Edomite man. He has done nothing for us. There's nothing he can do.
Yeah.
People of earth, we know what we worship. See?
That's right,
We don't
bro.
need you no more. We never needed you. You're nothing. You're out of here. Go ahead, huh?
And he shall sustain thee.
See, the Lord's going to sustain us. through long, dark nights of peril, lost. Word up.
He shall never suffer the righteous to be
The
moved.
Lord is never going to suffer the righteous to be moved.
Mm-hmm.
But you people going down there to march, you're going to be moved out the way. You're going to be removed. Word up.
It says, last verse of the chapter, it says, but thou, O Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, shalt bring them down into the pit of destruction.
Woo! Man.
Bloody and deceitful men shall not live out half their days.
That goes for 2/3 of our people, the wicked themselves and the heathen that's caught up in this. Lord gonna bring them down into a pit, a system, right? And they all gonna die in that system because at the foot is the foot of a bear going into Revelation. The end of this power structure, this system, is gonna be nuclear fire.
That's right.
By way of the Russians and other nuclear powered nations. Lord gonna bring you down to the pit and destroy you there into destruction.
That's right.
Well,
It says, but I will trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
but we're going to trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai because we know what this thing is all about.
That's right.
These things must happen. That's it. That was it.
That was it.
Okay, you go to you got Isaiah 30, right?
Yeah.
You go to Isaiah 19.
Okay.
You got additions and Esther. 13 chapter. Go to 13th chapter and start at verse 2.
What about now?
Yeah.
Okay, come. This in the Apocrypha, the book of Esther, chapter 13, beginning at verse 2.
Now you gotta remember there's decrees already on the books against our people. And even against all you American people, you've been deemed domestic terrorists since 2001 when the towers came down.
That's right.
So if they going for the brown, then they gonna go for the darker brown, we brown too. Then they gonna go for all you.
All you.
Like old girl from Sinners, she's like, what she said? She's gonna kill all you.
all you.
I like that she She's like, yeah, we gonna kill all you. She said, all of you. Yeah, damn.
That's what I say. That's how Jake talk. Jake talk like that. We got that from the Lord, man.
Yeah, man. We gonna kill all of you. Yeah, that's a Jake, man. That's a Jake Wolf, okay?
Yeah, cut.
Alright? You see, she got the good love of Jake. He left. So that's Jake. That's the person. Go ahead, huh?
God, this book of Esther, chapter 13, beginning at verse 2. After that I became Lord over many nations and had dominion over the whole world, not lifted up with presumption of my authority, but carrying myself always with equity and mildness.
Now put this in modern times. Trump, he came to the power seat. He knew what he was going to do. First day in office, everybody was bringing decrees and things that was going on when he wasn't the president to his attention. And he was like, well, I just want to do a good thing. I want to be that president to make America great again. But they're like, no, this is the problem. Before you can make this place great, this is what you need to do.
It says, I purpose to settle my subjects continually in a quiet life, and making my kingdom peaceable and open for passage to the utmost coast.
See, he wanted to open up the borders onto the utmost coast for trade, but then what happened soon after? Terrorists, trade wars, rumors of wars, evils, domestic terrorists, plots, terrorism, threats, strikes. So now he's like, well, I can't even have this peaceable kingdom that I was imagining. That's why he turned the bird from the reef of peace to those arrows of war. Like, nah, everybody gonna get fucked up, you know?
It says to renew peace, which is desired of all men.
See, he wanted to renew peace, which is desirable of all men. He even went to my man Vladimir Putin. Putin was like, nah, cool, man. Oh, he's like, hey man, everybody loves your wife. Your wife is known. Not knowing that she's known in Russia for her body. He got his ass like, my nigga, hey, everybody knows your wife. Not knowing that he was fucking belittling Trump ass. Because his woman is Russian. A Russian ethnicity, so to speak. So he's literally throwing Trump under the bus without this dude knowing. That just goes to show you the power is draining out of this place. Go ahead,
Verse 3. Now, when I was asked my counselors how this might be brought to pass,
So how are we gonna do this? How are we gonna bring forth this digital system. How is America gonna be number one in the technological and digital age? We have to be number one. That's what they're saying, because it's the mark of the beast, and the beast system is mainly in Babylon. Go ahead, huh?
It says, Ammon, that excelled in wisdom among us.
Now this is the Amalekite. Best believe the Amalekites brought this to these guys' attention. Like, hey, there's a threat. That they're anti-sim and semantics and things like that. We gotta take these people out. What people? There's a malicious people. The Negroes, the Hispanics, the Native Americans. They're those people. Go ahead, huh?
It says, Ammon, that excelled in wisdom among us and was approved for his constant goodwill and steadfast fidelity, and had the honor of second place in the kingdom, declared unto us that in all nations throughout the world there was scattered a certain malicious people.
Going into our people. But he said it in the terms of not just a people, he said a malicious people.
Yeah.
God,
yeah.
nigga. It was demons. Demons. So he's making our people to seem like the enemies, the culprits.
Yeah,
right? When this damn devil pushed all that we are on us. But the thing is, and he promised us sweet nothings and lies. And now he's reneging on that.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's deeming those same people that he brought over to work these laborious jobs with little pay. He's offering them nothing now. Either you leave, we'll detain you, kill you, or send you back to where you came from. Go ahead, up.
He said, that had laws contrary to all nations.
Now that's us. We have laws contrary to all people. We're the Israelites. See? We have laws contrary to all people. We have one God, a living God, and his son that we worship. We don't worship idols. But our people going down there with them weak ass flags and shit like that, they worship idols. So the Lord he's not gonna stand with them. He's gonna stand against them.
And continually despise the commandments of kings.
Whoa, that's what they call him today, right? No King's Day. But this is in the writings of the Persians against our people that they continually despise kings. Like what? Oh, damn. Pretty much foreign entities. Ooh, man.
So as the uniting of kingdoms honorably intended by us cannot go forward.
You know what that reminds me of? New World Order. The uniting of the kingdoms.
Yeah,
Novus Order Secloria. New World.
New order of the ages.
New Order.
New World Order, though.
Yeah. Novus Order Secloria.
Yeah.
New World Order, man.
It says, seeing then we understand that this people alone is continually in oppression unto all men.
No opposition.
Oh, opposition.
Now, that's what they deeming. Our people going out there just protesting, right? They said, well, they're continually in opposition to all men, and the uniting of our kingdoms cannot come forth unless we put these people down. We have to quell the situation.
It says, deferring in the strange manner of their laws and evil.
That's what Trump is saying. They're strange. They're not like us. They're foreigners. They're criminals. They're all type of shit, man. Yeah. But you're the criminal. You're the threat. But we already know what time it is. See, the Lord is beautiful because we're going to be numbered among the transgressors, but we're not the transgressor. Yeah. Oh, and it said the way of the transgressor is hard. I wonder why we don't get nothing done. Protest, because the way of the transgressor is hard. You're transgressing. You're not returning to the Lord your power. The only flag you should be lifting up is the banner upon the high mountain. I'm going to keep saying that.
That's right, bro.
All you need to lift up is the scriptures, man. You go straight to that devil like, hey, you can't kick us out of this land. What's your proof? Point to the Bible. We're meant to be here. We're supposed to be here. Our God is supposed to get us out of this land. But what gives you the right to the land of Israel? It's right here.
It's right here.
That's our land.
Right,
it belongs to us.
It says, an evil affected to our state, working all the mischief they can.
Oh, that's what they're going to say. They working mischief. They got rocks and stones and shit. They throwing it at cop cars. So
You
they
ain't even know that's probably gonna be the Asian provocateurs first,
which
and
we
then get our
which
people
we know
riled
this.
up.
We understand that Asian provocateurs have been doing this for a very long time. What do you think the Boston Tea Party was about? You think niggas was sitting around drinking tea and crumpets? No. It was these motherfuckers dressing up like Gadites and jumping on British ships and throwing the tea off like that. But they dressed up like Gad and threw this. Yeah? Come on, man. That was the first false flag right there. Well, at least in American history. And guess what? Remember they tell you about the my man Paul Revere riding through the city, the British are coming. Remember the first dude who was shot in the Revolution. Could you look it up? First dude killed in the Revolutionary War was a Jake, but he was shot because a fucking Asian provocateur like made it go off, and then one of the British shot the dude, and that started the fucking Revolutionary War and shit. Just like World War I, the assassination of Prince Ferdinand started World War I. So it's always just a spark that starts everything.
I got it right here, bro. It says, Crippus Atuk, a man of African and Native American descent, is widely...
It was Jake that was shot first in the Revolutionary War, and that started off. And Paul Revere was a Jake as well, riding through the city, saying the British are coming, the men of the covenant are coming. The Barayatayash are coming. And he could have been saying it in the Hebrew. He's riding through the city. Barayatayash. Oh, they coming.
Says is widely regarded as the first person killed in the American Revolutionary War. He died on March 5th, 1770 during the Boston Massacre, which the British soldiers fired into a crowd of colonists.
Oh, the British soldiers shot into a crowd of what?
Colonists.
Colonists, and what they was doing? Protesting against the king and taxation. No King's Day. Oh, no taxation without representation.
No new thing under the
So
sun.
niggas is about to call for give me liberty or give me death. Oh, well, that's easy.
Oh yeah.
Give them hey, because you and Jake got the no justice, no peace. If they ain't giving you justice, don't give them peace. That's what that stands for. But Jake's ass is just walking around and shit. You gotta give it to these people. Start burning shit down if that's the case. But it ain't never gonna get there until it's all said and done, until it's too late.
Said he became a symbol of resistance and a martyr for the cause of an American independence.
Woo! So
and that's pretty much it, bro.
There you go, man. So something's gonna happen to get things started off again.
That's why you saw right before we camped. That's why you saw the military helicopters blowing in there. It's all over it's everywhere, bro. Things are beautiful. It's
People don't see is that there's military vehicles and men all over the nation.
That's right.
So it can go military real quick.
Yep.
Mr. President, we want to ask you another question. Why did you disband the FBI? So nobody can come against him in the court. He owns the Senate and the courts. He's too dangerous to be left alive. But this guy has all power. Sir, how could you request airstrikes to be launched on American citizens? That was on the Civil War movie. They're trying to kill us.
We're trying to kill them.
All right? hey, let me ask you something. What's that dude in that house trying to do? What's he doing? He's shooting at us. He's like, thank you. He's like, everybody, shut the fuck up. He's trying to shoot the motherfucker over there. Man. He's like, who do you work for? He's like,
oh, I get it.
You're
retarded.
Yeah, that's it, man. Oh, and best believe they're gonna be down there with a Mexico flag and an American flag, and they gonna tell them the Marines who are Americans. Oh,
what type of American?
Hey, the nigga down there gonna have the red colored glasses. He's like, hey man, you in the back. Hey man, where you from? Guadalajara.
Mexico.
He gonna say he's from Brazil.
Is it Guadalajara?
Because Esau know nothing but Mexico. He don't know any other northern tribe, man.
Mexico for further down south Mexico.
He's like, what America? Central America? South America?
No.
Florida.
Okay.
He's like, where you from? Nebraska.
That's what I'm talking about. It's America.
It's all coming together.
Yeah, go ahead, huh?
Now, this is back in the book of Esther, chapter 13. I will begin in verse 5 again. It says, seeing then, we understand that this people alone is continually in opposition unto all men.
Continually in opposition unto all men, because the Lord even told the prophet, hey man, they ain't gonna listen to you, they won't listen to me. So it just goes to show you how rebellious our people are. So you tell them not to go out there, they gonna go out there.
Yep.
Now you gotta kill them, shoot them,
Yep.
shit, kill them all, you know?
Yep.
Because Jake don't listen.
Yep.
The Lord said, why should I
Be stricken.
why should you be stricken anymore?
Yep.
You will revolt more and more. So the Lord gonna give you to the sword if your brother can hold Jeremiah 15. Go ahead, huh?
It says, deferring in the strange manner of their laws and evil affected to our state.
Now they gonna link us up in there with the rest of our people, because we're the ones that have the strange laws that's contrary to them. Because we're like, hey, we don't believe in presidents and all that shit. We got kings over here. We have one king. We have one living God and his son, our Savior. That's who rules over us. And we're not supposed to set any foreign king over us.
That's right, bro.
Only our brethren. And we already have a king. Go ahead, huh?
It says, working all the mischief they can.
But you live in this country. We're here, but we don't belong to you. See, the Lord our God sent us to you. And you got to deal well with us, or you're going to die. Go ahead, huh?
That our kingdom may not be firmly established.
See, they're seeing our people as a threat, because they say, with these people being here, our kingdom cannot firmly be set. Go ahead, huh?
Verse 6, therefore have we commanded that all they that are signified in writing unto you by Aman, who is ordained over the affairs and is next unto us.
Now you gotta remember, the president knows certain things, but certain affairs and executions are given to his low-ranking officials. You gotta remember, Amon was the second in the kingdom. He had the king's seal, so he can make the decree without the king actually being there.
Yeah.
Just like what that dude Yahoo Soda did. He didn't need the go ahead from Trump. He just went ahead and did it anyway. Best believe those Marines was like, if somebody has a gun, they won't shoot off without a nigga telling them to shoot. Anything can happen. The Lord is the one mustering the host of the battle. Just like when Ahab got killed in the battle at Ramoth Gilead, he said that a dude with an arrow shot peradventure. The Lord guided the arrow to hit Ahab as like mother like got hit and he shot it, and the arrow still found that one. Man.
It says, shall all with their wives and children be utterly destroyed by the sword.
And that's where our people about to take their wife and children out there to protest with the blacks. The decrees already said them with their wives and children be utterly sent back to the earth. Yeah.
It says, shall all with their wives and children be utterly destroyed by the sword of their enemies. Without all mercy and pity.
Without all mercy and pity. Those are my people, slaves. They're going to see them as insurgents. They're going to see them as migrants. They're going to see them as terrorists.
It says, the 14th day.
Oh, that's I did not know that was
It says, 14th day, the 12th month of Adar, of this present year.
this present year. 14th day. Yeah.
No King's Day.
No King's Day. Damn.
We're going to first king, all right? And can you get out lamentation.
I was hoping that.
Look at that land.
Four chapter? Wait when we start. Right?
This is the book of Lamentations, chapter 4, beginning at verse 16. And it reads, the anger of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, had divided them. He will no more regard them. They respected not the persons of the priests. They favored not the elders.
I checked earlier, it was good.
Okay.
I
This book of Lamentations is Jeremiah crying over what happened with Jacob. How the Lord showed them no favor, nor pity, because they knew not the day of the Lord's visitation.
It says, as for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help.
Now this is what our people is doing. You going down there marching for what? What the hell are you marching for? Why? You going to a man? For what? Man can't do nothing for you. Woe unto man, and cursed be the man that trusteth in man to make it flesh and blood. If the Lord literally said, cursed be ye and trust in me. What are they, man? They will go down very, very quickly.
He's still
It says, in our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
That's what our people going down there. You watching for a nation that cannot save you. You know? Go ahead, huh?
It says they hunt our steps.
Hey, they hunting. Yeah, you know, yeah. They odds, you know, go ahead, huh? That fire is coming.
It says they hunt our steps.
Now, hey, that's what they're doing to the Northern Kingdom. They get your ass at a graduation, job, at
Did you see what they did in Whittier? They took had a truck that they makes tacos out of. They came, raided his whole truck. Some dude came back from lunch. He's like, damn, they took all my workers. He said, his meat still on the grill and shit.
Damn.
Yeah, bro. This is in Whittier. It's not by us, bro. They took his whole crew, bro, and let the truck run.
They all over, bro.
He was filming it.
They really out here. They're hunting your steps, just as the scriptures say. And this is in the book of what? Lamentations. Crying. Our people need to be crying and not fucking marching. When you march, you're going to war. You should have your guns in your fucking hands with your foreign flag and take it to them. But now you ain't gonna do that. They already got a military equipment waiting for you. You need to come with a military equipment or stay home.
It says they hunt our steps, that we cannot go in our streets.
Oh, Lord can't go into the street. Curfew.
They got
curfew. Yeah, you can't rather get book of St. John 19:40.
Our end is near.
Oh,
our days are fulfilled.
Oh, our end is near. The days are fulfilled. That's what our people are saying. Our end is near. Our days are fulfilled. Yeah, the days of you coming to Babylon, living it up, getting your citizenship, those days are long gone. Now, it might be hope for ye women folk out there among the northern tribes. You might have to get with a southern kingdom that's already a citizen to make yourself one. And you won't get, and so you won't get deported. Even you northern kingdom men, you need to get with the black woman she need love. So don't get worried when you get that citizenship. Because you ain't going to get it the regular way. Nope. Trump being in office ain't going to give you it no more. He sees you as a threat, a villain, all right? Right. He sees you as an enemy.
It says, for our end is come.
Whoa. So the end is come. The end that's waiting for you. And all this time, you had prophets on the scene to let you know who you truly are and that you need to turn back to the Lord, your power. And if you refuse, well, we got Jeremiah 15 here. What you can do. What can you do? Right?
Our persecutors are swifter than it. It said our persecutors are swifter than the eagles of the heaven. our persecutors are swifter than the eagles of the
Hey,
heaven.
they got the eagle eye on you. We just seen the gunships and the helicopters. They swifter than the eagles, man. If Trump needs Marines on boots on the ground, they're swifter. Let it be done. Quick.
Uncle Wesley's too. That's always been their animal symbol.
The eagle eye, man. You know, they got the eagle eye on you. Alright? When you crossing the borders, they got the eagle eye on you. So come on now. And they most definitely have their eye on you now, to me. Alright? They gonna have an eye on a lot of our people. They ain't gonna give a damn you got your children out there. You're a dummy to even bring the children out there. Alright?
They pursued us upon the mountains.
So every nation, they got foreign policies, right? Okay? Over there in Britain, same thing happened to Benjamin in with the 70s and the 80s. Same thing happened to Iscar right now, crying for rights and bullshit like that. Same thing happened to Benjamin and Levi going over there to the UK. And it's still happening to them over there right now. It's happening in those European nations with the ugly ass Hamites, Ishmaelites, and Elam. But over here in the States, the main villain is the northern tribe. The Spanish tribe. You know what?
They laid wait for us in the wilderness.
So they know how crazy your ass get when the Dodgers win. They're like, oh no, these niggas going to be crazy. They send the military down.
Oh man.
They ain't excited. Now, end it quick.
It says the breath of our nostrils, the anointed of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, was taken in their pits, of whom we have said, under his shadow we shall live among the heathen.
See, you were supposed to live among the heathen under the shadow of the Lord, under his protection.
That's right, bro.
Not going down to Egypt for help, which is a miracle. Our people going down there for help, it never helped you at all, and it will not help. So their own damn people can't get help. Edomites ain't getting help.
This is Isaiah chapter 10, beginning at verse 1 from the top. And it reads, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees.
Whoa! Destruction, anguish, affliction unto them that decree unrighteous decrees. We already read into Romans 13 that the powers that be are ordained of the Lord. But we can only listen to the law of the land for so long. But at the end of the day, we have to listen to the law of our power. Alright? So we know that there's decrees out against our people. But the Alfred, Rex 84, all these different plans, Project Megiddo is against our people that are on the books already.
It says, and their right grievousness which they have prescribed.
It's grievousness because it's going to become lethal in time.
That's right.
Right now, it's rubber bullets. The brother just mentioned that somebody girl was out past the curfew and got her ass shot up with rubber bullets. But soon it's going to be a hollow tip. And you're going to be through. It's going to be armor-piercing rounds against citizens.
So he just goes
soon
and, like,
the
does
president's going to
contracts?
declare airstrikes against American citizens. I believe he should. Our invitation right now is going to be what it's going to be.
Right.
What about the other Jedi spirit prophets, guys? Their betrayal will be dealt with. See, this man already got everything. He said that they pursued them on the mountains. All the other governments already know what it is. You don't think that decree that you read in the book of Esther is not among the nations? This is a malicious people that have been scattered among the nations. We got to keep our eyes on them. We got to put them with their wives and children to death.
Right.
On the 14th day. I pray it go down this day. Because if it does, well, they call all your body out about shot. This shit gotta end, man. And niggas gotta be afraid. Afraid and trembling. That's gonna be a beautiful thing indeed.
It says to turn aside the needy from judgment and to take away the right from the poor of my people.
So they taking away your rights, so to speak, whether you be a citizen or not, taking away your rights. All right?
It says that widows may be their prey.
Now they gonna make a lot of you your widows. They go to a revenge on South Road. They took them off to that board. They were high alert right now. Police, you ain't never gonna hear from them again. And then a lot of men gonna die in these wars, civil war. Isaiah 4:1. All right. Okay. All right. There we go. All right. There we go. All right.
It's bad, bro.
All right. I can't breathe. Good, huh?
It says that widows may be their prey and that they may rob the fatherless.
That widows may be their prey and that they may rob the fatherless. We got the YNs out here. That's why niggas are YNs.
Yeah.
Because they ain't got no father.
Yep.
So that they may be a prey. So that they can shoot them in the street. All right? The hunt is on.
Great.
Yeah.
And what will ye do
And what will ye do
in the day of visitation?
Oh, in the day of visitation, because the Lord is going to put that spirit on these troopers. If a brother can get there in Sirach, their spirit.
Created for vengeance. Sirach 39.
Who are you supposed to be, sweetheart? Vengeance. There you go.
Yeah.
He's like, it's not just it's a sign. It's a warning to them. You see? So the Lord is putting this out as a sign and a warning to them, to our people, and to our enemies that were an evident token of what? Their destruction.
It says, and what will ye do in the day of visitation?
What you gonna do in the day that the Lord, a God, meets a mortal? What you gonna do?
And in the desolation which shall come from far.
The missiles. In the desolation that shall come from far. Those missiles. We're in that very time. We're in a nuclear age. Alright? And they just quelled certain missile strikes from Iran to the state, to those rats. Right? But they about to bring out the deacon. Alright, they trying to stop Iran's nuclear program when they already got nuclear arsenal. The Russians probably gave them the nuclear arsenal.
It says, to whom will ye flee for help?
That's our people. The Lord is telling you through Isaiah, who you gonna flee to for help? Well, you gonna go down to Egypt for help? Well, you gonna go to the very land that's gonna be decimated and destroyed by nuclear missiles. You gonna ask for peace in that place? When I'm going to destroy it? Well, you're supposed to look for a place in the Lord's kingdom. You're supposed to look for your place among the elect.
That's right.
A hopeful seat. Go ahead, huh?
And where will ye leave your glory?
Where you gonna leave your glory? So you gonna leave your glory for a curse? You gonna leave who you are for a curse? You don't want to be Issachar, you a Mexican. You don't want to be Judah, you a nigga. You don't want to be Benjamin, you a damn West Indian. The Lord is coming for the tribes, the elect of the tribes.
Right.
And the rest of you people, you all have strange apparel on.
It says, without me, they shall bow down under the prisoners.
Oh, they're going to bow down under the prison. You're going to be in El Salvador or in a concentration camp, if you're not already.
And they
What do you think happened to those guys on the top of Torre at in the damn camps? Walking out.
In People Rivera, there's a city, the next city, Whittier. They got concentration camps for People Rivera. So they rounded them up.
Oh, and you people out there in the protest, you don't think they They're gonna take you away.
Yep.
This is gonna be your last weekend.
Yep.
The hot girl summer. Your ass gonna be in the cage next week. I ain't talking about hell in the cell and shit. Cage match. No, you gonna be in a cage.
It says, and they shall fall under the slain.
You're gonna fall under the slain. They got FEMA coffins for you. They got FEMA camps for you. They gonna see you as a domestic terrorist. We gotta say it again. All American citizens have been deemed domestic terrorists since 2001, when the towers fell. Come on, man. And they've been having an evil eye on all you people.
There, when you guys came up and we went separate.
Every citizen. Every citizen.
It says, for all this, his anger is not turned away,
See, the Lord's anger is not turned away, but what?
but his hand is stretched out
So
still.
the Lord's hand is stretched out still for his people, but then it tells you in the NLT, but he's still poised to strike his enemies. If you're a rebel or enemy, his hand is still stretched out to either grab you or strike you. Come on, man. And like the Lord told Moses, I know the king of Egypt will not listen, so I will stretch out my hand and smite Egypt. Oh my wonder. The Lord gonna stretch out. When the Lord stretch out his hand, he will grab you up or smite your ass. Go ahead, huh?
Verse 5, it says, O Assyrian, the rod of my anger.
Those are Marines. Huge, proud. The Marine. Yep, they down there. Those are the Assyrians. And can a brother look up Sargon II, Shah, the Shalmaneser V. These are titles, and these names struck fear into the hearts of the Northern Kingdom because of what these men did on their conquest.
Terrible, yeah.
And then who's striking fear into the heart of the Northern Kingdom now? A new Assyrian king, Trump. All right.
It says, O Assyrian, the rod of mine anger.
See, the Lord is using them as a tool, a weapon, right, against the rebels of his people.
And the staff in their hand is mine indignation.
Now it was a staff in their hand in the ancient world. That staff now is the gun or military weaponry of any killing fashion. Go ahead, huh?
It says, I will send him against a hypocritical nation.
He's going to send them against America, which is a hypocritical nation, but he's going to send them against Israel, which was beforehand a hypocritical nation and still are. Now look at these guys, man. Look at these cats, man. Look at Tom Pickle with these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, they cool.
It says, I will send him against a hypocritical nation and against. It says, and against the people of my wrath will I give them a charge.
The Lord's going to give charge to these Assyrians against the people of his wrath, people that he's angry with. The Lord was like, kill them. What do you want us to do? Kill them. The Lord's going to give us a decree to Trump to kill our people through those soldiers. But you got to remember 5 years ago, they tried to come down on the camp, and we were told them, stand down. They were told to stand down when they were trying to come against us because our protest was of the Lord. Our people's protest is not of the Lord, so the Lord is going to give a decree to the men, the Assyrians, with these rods to bring down indignation on the people of his wrath. Go ahead, huh?
It says to take the spoil and to take the prey.
And I wouldn't really go out there if there's Edomites out there among our people. I wouldn't fucking go out there because Esau gonna get shit started. He ain't never been your friend. This nigga has always been in the cut. He was in the cut when the Babylonians was taking down Jerusalem. And he was finding Jake and telling him, oh, that's where they go earn. And what did they do? They burned the temple. And then the rest of them that wasn't burning the temple was saying, race it, even to the foundation thereof. So they did the same goddamn thing. Guru, niggas gonna be in there cheering with you. And then they nip out of the cut. Everything is said and done. Man,
It says, and to tread them down like
they
the.
gonna put that black and brown face on, and all you gonna hear was, it was a nigga. They just from behind that and say like what? And then everybody gonna get shot. Damn, but
And to tread them down like the mire of the streets.
damn. So, because when those the tear gas go off, niggas is falling and motherfuckers get stomped over and shit, they gonna be trodden down as the mire in the streets. Like mud and shit in the streets, you gonna be trodden underfoot. Yeah.
It says, howbeit he meaneth not so, neither doth his heart think so.
Now this is in the leader of America's heart outright. Alright? He wants to go to war with the world. But first he has to go to war with the enemies among his own nation.
It says, but it is in his heart to destroy and cut off nations, not a few.
But what nation, huh? A nation and a company of nations. Israel. That's in his heart to cut off nations, not a few. All of them. He wants our people dead. He wants them gone.
It says, for he saith, are not my princes altogether kings?
So he in that mindset like, make America great again. But it's in his heart to cut off nations. Not a few. Now can you jump to 20?
Yeah.
Yeah, in the spirit.
That's right. It says, and then the headline reads above 20, a remnant shall be saved. Verse 20 in Isaiah 10, it says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob.
Escape, because it's going to get so dangerous. That's going to look like our people being wiped out. And that's when Michael and the heavenly hosts are going to have to stand up to deliver those written in the book. Men are going to get power, spiritual power. The Lord is going to open up the ways and doors for brothers to get through these troubling times. Isaiah 4:1. Whole crowd going to be running by waves like, you know. So, hey, it's going to get good while it gets bad. How about that? No, that's good. No, bad is good. No, bad is good. The glory road, man. So bad is good. Bad is good.
It says, and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon him that smote them.
That's Esau Edom in his power structure and his decrees. We ain't no longer going to stay upon this man through his policies and his decrees that smites us, continually smote.
But shall stay upon Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, the Holy One of Israel, in truth.
In truth, see, we're staying upon the Holy One of Israel in truth, because the truth is that we're under a foreign king, living in a foreign land, but our hearts belong only to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. The truth is that never trust our enemy. We don't trust this man. Another truth is, don't go down to Egypt for help. Another truth is, blessed be the man that trusted the man. But blessed be the man that trusted in the Heavenly Father. That's the truth that our people don't know. They're still falling for the bullshit. This is what the Lord is telling you to do. Trust in Him. Only the elect will trust in Him. That's why the brother read on the top of the ledger, a remnant shall be saved.
That's right. It says, the remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, unto the mighty power.
Unto the mighty power will return. So you have returned. That's it.
It says, but though thy people Israel be as the sand of the sea, yet a remnant of them shall return. The consumption decree shall overflow with righteousness.
The consumption decree, ultimately the missiles, all the plagues that the Lord is going to send out to destroy His people for their rebellion is going to consume. How does it say?
It says,
consumption decree
shall overflow with righteousness.
You got to remember, it's going to be a righteous extraction. It's going to be a righteous execution of our people. It ain't going to be evil or wicked. It's going to be what the Lord has decreed. Now we can go to that Jeremiah.
He's asking us Sirach 39 and
Hey, I know you was on that John first. Yo, but you gotta remember, this happened to the South, man. And learn from the South. All right, we already went out there and tried to march and shit and all that, and got dogs and hoes and shit sick on us. And it was during the time of segregation. Well, they literally had, that demon MLK and shit. They was marching over that bridge in Montgomery, and you had who waiting for them and shit on the other side. Sheriff and shit with guns and shit. And I think they had the National Guard too. So learn from history. Oh, you northern tribes, man. You Hispanics that think you better than the South. Oh, y'all might have to, y'all niggas. So y'all niggas too, y'all can speak Spanish. Look what happened to us. We did the march and shit. It fucking hell, bro.
They had something going on at the same time known as the Chicano movement.
Yeah.
And that didn't come out.
Caesar Johnson, fighting for our people in the fields. Picking strawberries. So it didn't work out then. Oh, and they kill a lot more Gadites than you even know, more than Southern people. And they taking Gad off reservations and shit, saying we deported you. Like, where we going? You already deported us from Florida to Oklahoma. So now we going to the ocean? To the camp. And we going camping. Yeah, take it to the camp.
this is St. Luke 19, 43, 44. It says, for the day shall come upon thee, that thy enemy shall cast a trench about thee.
Didn't they declare a decree in LA? That's them set the trick. If your ass is in there, beyond that curfew, military might be along with the police force, and the National Guard, and the Marines.
And to pass says they can pass these round.
Now you gotta remember, before Vespasian led the attack on Jerusalem through that dude Julius Tiberius Alexander, right? Jake, fighting in the legion. They let the tribes come in to keep the peace. So all those thousands of people of Issachar, Zebulon, Judah might be in there, the other tribes, Gad. Oh yeah, we're all here for our people for freedom and all that shit. They're like, let them come in, and then we're gonna send them the legion, get them up out of here. This is before they made the attack on Jerusalem. They let all our people come in from the countryside and the surrounding lands to keep the peace, and then they closed the room. They didn't let them get out, and they killed everybody.
Verse 43.
And there was women and children there too, right? But then they really care about babies. Look what's going on in the Gaza Strip. You think they really care about women and children and the old? They gonna do the same. I pray that downtown because now I want jets and shit flying in there, man. I just want you to bow. Yeah, man. I want you to go down. I want you to be bobbing through the store like the apostle and the brother vision and Kira, man. I'm just an animal right now. I don't know what you're talking about.
Continue on verse 43. And keep thee on every side.
Keep thee in on every side. And that's what they called in the Roman times a circumvallation. Is them building a wall on the outside of an already existing wall. So it's like if you in a walled city, you're already protected from the outside, and we gonna build another wall around you. So can't nothing get in, and you can't get out. That's what they do with the military pressure. They build a circumvallation. Okay, you don't want us to come in. Well, all right, you can't get out. Then what you packing, Tiny? Packing you. Because motherfuckers gonna cry to get out. Okay, the only way we gonna get you out is by taking you somewhere else. You wanna come with us? Come with us. You wanna go to jail? You wanna go home? They don't know where they wanna go. They don't know where home is. Home is the jail.
Verse 19 and 44. And they shall lay thee even into the ground.
Yeah, I think they're gonna do this to me, Jake. Because I'm gonna have your ass playing basketball. Because we can pay.
shoot for real.
That's what I'm gonna
Jake. Jake.
Hey, the Trump gonna curse you niggas out and say King Kong ain't got nothing on
Continue on verse 19 of Luke 19 and 44. And they shall lay thee even unto the ground, and thy children with thee, even with the ground.
Yeah. Did you hear? This is what the Lord Yahweh Shai said in his own words. He said, they're going to lay you even with the ground, you and your children with you. Damn. Come on, man. These are Romans. Oh, they got the Romans of modern times. You already know, Elon did that Roman shit that fucking hit Hitler shit. So they ain't that Roman garbage again.
And they shall not leave thee in thee one stone upon another.
Man, because that was the temple. They brought the temple down. They left nothing. And now we are the temple. So it said that they will have famine and spare none, still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. Man. So they ain't going to leave nobody left. They going to leave nobody breathing. You know, not even the baby going to be in there crying. I'll continue everybody. They going to put everything. They going to keep everybody. Whoever don't get out, they will keep you in, and you will die there.
Because thou knewest not.
Now this is the point. This is why this is going to happen to our people,
Because thou knewest not the time of thy visitation.
because you didn't know when the Lord was going to make a visitation on you. Through his sword, Esau Edom, or pestilence, or famine, or plague, or his men, or whatever. You didn't know the time. You didn't measure down the time diligently in itself. You get you gonna read something else. You go back to that. You get 2nd Ezra 16. Alright? If you hold Isaiah 19, go to the point about the true Lord. You think this dude Trump playing about his money? Hey, Jake all day out here playing. You think Trump playing, man? He's not. Because he's been decreed by the Lord to do what he's doing.
That's right, bro.
He's
That's right.
the true Lord. Alright? He knows that you're a Hebrew. And the God of the Hebrews came to us through our apostles to tell you to return. And if you do not, then you will be returned to the ground. Whence you came.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 19, verse 4. The headline reads, "Egypt will be punished." Woo! It says, "And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord."
So, and Trump is really telling you people that are foreigner, just go home. Go to wherever you want to go. He's literally giving you the open door to go. And if you don't leave, and you're not a part of the elect, you're going to die in this land and be melted by nuclear missiles.
That's right.
In our people, you have an open door to leave. The agents still scoop you up wherever you be. You have the elect, you ain't got to be here. But if you don't leave, then you ain't going to leave. They going to lock your ass in there like what's the Bronx jail.
Yeah, he said now you can't sleep.
Like, he told them, get the fuck out, the biker niggas.
Yeah.
And they didn't leave. It's like, nah,
Now you can't sleep.
So when they close the borders, like on woo, forever purge, the border's gonna be closed indefinitely here to Mexico until the U.S. restores order. But there is no law, no order, except for the
Says, "And a fierce king shall rule over them."
that word peace. Alright, now get into that a little bit. Alright? The north would be better off getting with one of the roads. Northern women, man. And get your sister wives together, get a house, and marry a brother. Y'all be simple, alright?
It says, "And a fierce king shall rule over them," says the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai of hosts.
That's it. Woo! Thus saith Yahweh, by Sherman Shai host, he set this man up to do what he do. Brothers gotta have these apps, and if you don't, you got the camp. That's for real, like, fucking get on these apps our apostle elders be on. If you ain't on it, you fucking tripping, man. Alright, we need to bring these things out for our people quickly. They gotta know. Anything can go down this day. Alright? Get on it. Use the internet while you still can. Because the next pandemonic shit like the elder Maltazak says, it's gonna be cyber. Yeah, you're gonna deal with a disease and shit like that, but it's gonna be
fierce, right?
And all the time you fucking wasted not looking at the videos, getting yourself built up in the faith, honoring Yahweh Shema Shai, knowing what's coming, knowing what not to do, you're gonna be fucking lost when the internet goes out.
Ice. This is ice. In Isaiah 19:4 for the word fierce in the Hebrew. It's ice. It says strong, mighty, and then it says fierce again. Then it goes to the root word. And then in the root word, it says Isaz. And then it says to be strong, prevail.
So Trump is gonna prevail over you people protesting. He. I am the president of the United States, clothed in immense power. This man is clothed in immense power. The Lord have given this man that power. He said, I raised up Pharaoh for the same purpose, so that he may show his name in the earth, his greatness.
That's right.
Yahweh Shema Shai is going to show his greatness in the earth by the kings that he sets up. And prevalently is this dude Trump, man. He's doing a great act.
It says to make firm, strengthen.
So he's making this dude firm. He's strengthening this dude. And he's making this guy look imputed. He ain't listening to anything you people got to say. Can you get that word imputed?
No.
There's a little more on that Hebrew reference. It says a strong, vehement, look at your voice, huh? Strong, vehement, spoken from a people. And that's the Edomite people. They're warlike people. And Trump is for war. He's a wartime president.
The word impudent, it says.
Come on, this is Trump all day. This is that fierce king. This is his mind state right now. This is his aura. This is what he's about. Let's get into it.
It says, for impudent, not showing due respect for another person.
Man, he ain't showing due respect for his allies. He ain't showing due respect for the people in his cabinet. He ain't showing respect for you people out there protesting. He ain't gonna show you no respect.
And showing respect to Elon, who helped him get in there.
So you expect him to look at you as something?
Everyone.
But he's stout, more stout than his fellow.
In another word, it says impertinent.
Impertinent. Cheeky fellow.
Yeah.
Audacious. Yeah.
Shameless.
Insolent. Yeah.
Insolent. God, yeah.
That's my man Trump.
Disrespectful.
He's disrespectful. But he don't give a shit, man. The power is in his hand. He controls the Senate and the court. He's too dangerous to be left alive. And they want you to know that they already done for this nigga head. He's still here. He goes to show you he's the wolf king, ordained by God. What is my man from Man in the Iron Mask? He's like, I am the king, ordained by God. That's what he said. When we was crying for that dude that got killed, what's the name of shit? Forget the dude's name, but the nigga got killed on the battlefield.
It says for different words for the word impudent. Insubordinate, it says irreverent,
flipping because if the people are insubordinate, he gonna come with that same energy. You know how niggas say, niggas trying to match you. Well, Trump gonna match you niggas, man. And niggas on Twitter, he on Twitter. Niggas on IG, he on IG talking shit, man. He right there with you. Wait, huh?
It says bold,
Oh,
cocky.
is
he proud?
he got the military mic on. Like that demon king of England, Charles and shit. He said we gotta approach him with a more military type footing. So that's what they do. We get high.
It says discourteous,
Discourteous.
insulting.
He's insulting because he don't give a fuck about you or your family. But there's children out there who gives a shit. There's women who gives a shit. But there's men who gives a shit. We're slaves. And that's how he sees it. Alright? Go ahead, huh?
That was the one. Yeah, the main one.
Back to the point.
Did you still read it? You still read it? No? Okay. Last thing, level 16. Oh, you mean it's Sirach 39? Spirits of vengeance.
This is Sirach 39 and 28. There be spirits for vengeance.
You gotta remember, when you go out there, and the brother Issachar said that the people out there rioting, like didn't look like your regular bugged out individual. It looked like they were possessed.
They count the
Yes,
madness.
they were possessed. An evil spirit. A spirit of vengeance. You don't think them soldiers gonna have that spirit on them? You gotta remember, all military personnel had a brain chip. Organic chip to make us do whatever someone else wants. Come on, man. That was on Clone Wars right there. Organic chip. Isn't all of us. So the entire army of the Republic has been ordered to hunt down and to destroy all Jedi Knights. Come on, man. Once they get that order, they're gonna lay all these people down. All they need is that decree. You know? And runs to see many movies with the chip. Who's the one movie with Chip was talking to broad and shit? Upgrade was the one with the guy.
Oh man, I forget the name of that movie.
Implanted.
Yeah, that's it. You got a good memory, bro.
So you don't think that they getting that order? It's just like a nigga with
I remember that though,
It's
bro.
like on Mission Impossible when they got the damn earbud and shit. I'm in, and they got somebody talking to them. The damn chip gonna be talking to you like execute the order. Like Order 66. My man Rex was fucking crying and shit because he couldn't control. He's like, find him, find him. So he couldn't control it. That shit because he's ready to speak Jesus. Yeah. And people gonna say, look, we're Americans. They gonna shoot your ass, man. You gonna ask you that question, hey man, hey, where you from, man? And say it to me slow and pure fucking English. and if you can't say it, if you say like Mike, yeah. He said, Issachar, y'all get put over and shit. He's like, you know I put you over? Yes. He's like, I'm gonna take you up. Yes. He's like, are you fucking with me right here? Yes. No. He's like, can you speak English? Like, say something. Yes. You know he's about to die right now.
Yes.
Fucking Jake, man. Learn the law of the land. Learn the goddamn language, man. Because if you can't speak pure English to this devil, he gonna shoot you like the nigga with the red rose-colored glasses on.
This is Sirach 39:28. There be spirits created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sword strokes.
In their fury, lay on sword strokes.
In the time of destruction,
Man. Through the spirit I just said, I pray the Lord make downtown LA Gaza, right? Gaza Strip. That's spiritual because on the Killers of the Flower Moon, when they bombed that house, all you heard was screams and crying, just like Tulsa. That's how they got the Judites around their fucking city and went in there with military might. They did the same to Gad and Issachar. So, watch a motherfucker say, just like Gaza, just like, imagine that shit. Niggas on the news, fucking running, babies dead and shit, just like Gaza and shit. Damn. Come on, man. They might send the damn rats in there, though. IDF might be in there. They like, they gonna send IDF in there, man. They know what time it is. Go ahead, all right?
Continue on verse 28 in the middle. In the time of their destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them.
So whatever the Lord dishes out within the spirits that he sends out, whether it be into military men, inanimate objects, a bullet that meets you, finds you, a decree, it is to put you down.
It says, and appease the wrath of him that made them.
These acts is going to appease the wrath of the Lord that made him go out. It said his word will not go out void. It will go and accomplish whereto he sent you. Oh, Jeremiah 15, perfect timing. Our people going to come at it. What we going to do? Say, if Jay came up here and had a damn Mexican flag out there, burn that shit or fold it up and put it somewhere, and take your ass home and pray to the Lord's house. Don't go out there. It's a dangerous place. They baiting your ass out there. They literally out there like killing, calling your ass out. Look, no, they calling you out. Hey, that's the Northern Kingdom name and shit. Heck, they call your ass out. You have to go out
there anyone else?
Instead of a man.
This is Jeremiah chapter 15, beginning at verse 2.
And Trump is letting you know, now you know who you're fighting. He already took the damn helmet off. She said, man, I wish I was fighting you yesterday. I wish it had been. You wish it had been. Hey, what they did last week, that was nothing compared to what they did this time. And now they're ready.
Yeah.
And they got everything.
And it reads, and it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, thus said Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai.
Where we gonna go? Elect, what's gonna happen to them?
Such as are for death to death, such as are for the sword to the sword.
Or meet you, and you have to fight your way out, firefight. Imagine that, like you went down to protest, and the shit got out of hand, and you know, certain people might be back at work, and shit's all over the news. Niggas is probably fighting from Saturday to Sunday to Monday. They may make it back to the job, and they're like, man, Jose gonna kill it, man. Like the nigga had to firefight his way out of the downtown area, back home, finally made it home, went back to work, missed those days at work, and the nigga just petrified and alive and shit. I should never went down there. Shit. I lost my brother and cousin and everything. That's what's gonna happen. To the sword. Because literally the sword is there waiting for you.
And such as are for the famine to the famine.
Hey, lack of resources, they gonna leave you people enclosed in there. They ain't gonna give you what you need. It's gonna be the new Gaza Strip, downtown LA. And all downtown areas are gonna be a new Gaza. Alright? That's what's gonna happen. Through the Spirit, it got it in my head. Make these places the new Gaza. And that's what the elder was going into, the elder Mwanza. It's gonna be worse than Gaza over here in Babylon the Great.
Yep. It says, and such as are for the captivity to the captivity.
That's your concentration camp. You got a whole bunch of people in El Salvador in that prison. Alright? And they're making more prisons for you people. Alright? And we already told you years past, Brother Guyala loves quoting that movie, The Fifth Wave, where they separated the men and the women, really the parents from the children, and then they separated the men and the women from each other. So you go down there to that damn protest, Hector or fucking Hernan and shit gonna get separated from Maria. Maria gonna get separated from little Edgar and Isabel. So you gonna be through. Pizza, Miana and shit. You gonna be through. Alright, and whatever nigga is down there with you, South, he gonna be through. Like that dude that was crying at the school, like, yo, you should know what the fuck going on, man. Dude, man. And the Lord literally told these women, learn lamentation. You need to learn how to cry. You find out your daughter lamentation. Because there's gonna be a lot of mourning and crying. You ain't gonna see your sons no more, your husbands no more, Poppy, he ain't coming back no more.
People think this is a game, man, like another opportunity just to do that game, man. Like,
No, you really gonna, they gonna quell that rebellion, huh? And like, hey, this how you know this shit real, cause my man said, if you run, you will be tired. Like, niggas trying to run, and if they don't shoot your ass, you gonna be tired as fuck when they finally get to your ass. They might beat the fuck out of you, and then throw your ass. Then throw you in jail. Because they had the two Northern Kingdom Jakes, teens. They were citizens, but they told you how fucking insane it was in that fucking place. They're like, they ain't come to us, they ain't give a shit. Oh, like, they you know how they really treat your ass. They get to shoot that guy.
It says in verse 3, and I will appoint over them 4 kinds, saith Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
See, the Lord's gonna appoint me over you these things if you go down to that protest. Okay, then they say dogs is gonna be down there?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
And they gonna have the robot guns down there.
I wouldn't be surprised. They're already gonna be armed, whether it be with rubber bullets or actually.
Guess what? Niggas gonna be throwing rocks and shit at driverless cars and shit. They gonna run right into your ass. Tesla gonna back up, bow, hit your ass. Back up, bow, hit another nigga, man. They be like, oh, they killing us. This is gonna be a nigga, driverless car and shit. Running these niggas off. It's gonna be a ghost car and shit. Casper the Friendly Ghost gonna be driving shit. Go ahead, huh?
It says, and I will appoint over them 4 kinds, saith Yahweh Shem Yahushai, the sword to slay, and the dogs to tear,
There it is. Whoa.
and the fowls of the heaven, and the beasts of the earth, to devour and destroy.
Man, well, that's how you people gonna be taken out. Our people. You caught up in there, you're on your own. You had nothing to do. We told you not to go. You go out there still. You be met with lethal force.
Jeremiah 9 and 20. Yet hear the word of the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashil Shai, O you women, and let your ears receive the word of his mouth.
Okay, we're gonna read this again because this is to the women folk out there in these streets.
They looking for somebody, bro. That's why they keep circling.
Jeremiah 9 and 20. Yet hear the word of the Lord Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, O you women,
Hear the word, all ye women folk out there.
and let your ears receive the word of his mouth, and teach your daughters wailing and every one of her lamentation.
Because you're gonna lose a lot of loved ones. The lad will be crying over the job. You're gonna be crying over loved ones. You're gonna be the new guys in script, man. I'm telling you. And they gonna make your ass script. Own script. And they call this they call this the show me steak. The show me. Yeah, niggas gonna be running from the dog like oh shit, what Pete say? Say it loud. And then the dog gonna be stopping shit. I'm like, say it loud. You gonna be singing James Brown for the dog to stop. Oh
This is Jeremiah 9 and 20 again. It says, yet hear the word of Yahweh, ye women, and let your ears receive the word of his mouth.
Hear this word, all ye women. This is the Lord power talking to you women. Because when war comes, mainly the women wailing and crying, mourning. men are out there fighting, they're out there flinging swords and shields, and blood is being spilled. They putting a sword through the niggas' heart, head, the niggas' body, men melting in their armor, all of that. And it's hard for you women for right? Because really, a lot of you women should be telling your man with a Mexican flag or a damn El Salvadorian flag not to go out there. Don't go out there. Baby. Don't go. You're gonna die. You're gonna die, dumbass. Stupid old fool. You know they be cursing the nigga out. Hey, man, nigga. And he there with his fake ass gun like, nah. He gonna be looking at him. But you know, niggas gonna go out there and have fun and drink Coronas and shit and talk shit with their homies and shit and say fuck the police, but it's like, bro, ain't even just the police no more. It's the military police, the Marines, the National Guard, robots, Eagle Eye, the dude. And it's gonna do what it do, man.
And teach your daughters wailing and everyone her neighbor lamentation.
So you women teach your daughters wailing and everyone her neighbor lamentation. Alright? That was it. Second Ezra 16 started 22.
Come. This is the book of Second Ezra,
15.
chapter 16.
Well, let's start with that. And now regard their kings and princesses. In every course of their action.
Somebody put in the chat too. When we was on our way.
Yeah, it was two. It was a man and a woman. They were both slain.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
The brothers who walked with it in the chat.
Oh, yeah. Government officials is being taken out.
Yeah.
Straight up.
They killed one politician's husband or something like that.
Hey, could you look up the speech that Bane gave on the Batman? He's like, Gotham will go. Hey, we gotta bring that out, man. Shit. Hey, because when martial law is declared, the cops and damn selves is in the house. This is crazy, man. There are kings.
It's like the latest thing.
First kings, all right? That's it. They talking about new kings. No, man. Hey, down with this king. Down with the Edomite king. All right, we with you.
I got it, bro.
You got it up?
Yeah, it says that article. It says officials have named suspect in the shooting that they say targeted 2 lawmakers at their homes in Minnesota, killing one state representative and her husband, and wounding a state senator and his wife.
Now we're gonna go into the worst edition if a brother can hold that. Get what my man Bane said up, and we're gonna continue. Alright? It is what it is, man. Alright? This is where we at.
That's right, bro.
This is the way. Walk ye in. Great Mandalorian, you know? You on that Mandalorian. Make sure you get the app.
This is Second Ezra 15 and verse 14, and it reads.
This is 14 days. So 14, man. Yeah, all right. Yeah.
It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein."
Woe unto this world, affliction, anger, to them that dwell therein, that love this world. There's a difference. See, the earth shall abide forever, but the present world we're in is evil. This present evil world, as is written in the New Testament. All right, and we're looking for a new world to take its place. Okay,
It says, "The sword, or the sword of destruction draweth nigh."
the sword of their destruction draweth nigh. When you read it in the GNTA, it says the war of their destruction draweth near. That's World War III. And we seeing the first implementations of it. We seen it this week. Talking about no kings. But yeah, in the days of these kings, where the Lord set up a king, that's a beautiful thing. We're going to got no crowns and shit crossed out. But in the days of these kings, the Lord is setting up a kingdom. Which will never be destroyed right here. Alright? People want to know what the fuck going on. This is the true protest right here. You want to know what the fuck going on? Well, the decree has already been laid down. It's already on the table. You can't deny it.
This reads, it says, for the sword and the destruction draws nigh, and one people should stand up and fight against another.
One people is going to stand up to fight against another people. Civil unrest, class wars, race wars, wars for your faith, war for food, survival of the fittest. Now they got, talking about these ICE agents, they're just mercenaries.
Yeah.
But really what they are marauders and traitors and slaves. What do you think they're doing with the Northern Kingdom? Putting them in slavery, trading them. They're being enslaved. You people are enslaved. You're going to be enslaved. They're going to put you under martial law. That's a prison plan. Right? It's going to be like Mockingbird, 12 districts. You're going to have to fight for food. Yeah?
And swords in their hands.
Well, modern day sword is a gun. And this is the most heavily armed nation on the planet. And niggas only got bullets for so much. But then most people ain't understanding. Some people ain't got a knack for blood. Some people, they drunk with blood and so shit. They bug out. And certain people, they're traumatized from their first kill. Like they shoot them, they can't let go of the gun and shit. And then can you hit a moving target? Can you hit somebody with a hostile intent against you? Most people ain't thinking about that. They didn't think about a damn target coming at them that ain't moving. No, it's gonna be moving targets. It's gonna be hostile entities. There's gonna be enemies. You're gonna have to hit them around the corner. You're gonna have to just know, like, all right, the velocity of this bullet is gonna go through this glass and hit that motherfucker right there. Like they're trying to kill us. We're trying to kill them. He needs to concentrate to get that motherfucker right there now. Bow, got the motherfucker deep through. He's done.
It reads, verse 16, and there shall be sedition among men.
Oh, you're going to have to go into that word sedition. What is sedition? And why is there a military presence in these protests? You have to understand what the hell the word protest means, and you got to see where the standing president is coming from. We don't give a damn about this guy. Death and destruction to him and his power structure. But what he's doing is not unlawful. It's within his rights. It's within his means to do so.
I do some digging to find that damn Bain speech. I got that Bain speech whenever you want it, King.
It says conduct or speech inciting people to rebel against the authority of a state or monarch.
That's the main word, rebel. Rebel. That's what he's seeing you people as. Whether you got a goddamn American flag with the Mexico flag, or American flag with the Trinidadian flag, or Haitian flag, or fucking El Salvadorian flag, or Costa Rican flag, they don't give a fuck that you got their flag. You're still flying a foreign flag in their eyes. They see you as a rebel.
Yeah. Well, that's an interesting synonym that says agitation.
Oh, they're agitating the powers that be. Like we read in Romans 13. It said that these powers were ordained by the powers. By Yahweh, by Shema Shah. It says give tribute to where tribute is due. Honor to where honor. Okay? So, if Trump tell you not to go out there, I wouldn't fucking go out there. I just live my goddamn go eat something, or go get a shot and say, well, fuck America. And live it like that. And get two tacos and say, viva la raza and shit. Go on. You know? And say, well, fuck it, I'm just gonna watch Canelo knock it down, whatever, I'm good. Pro Mexico, shit, whatever. But now our people gonna go out there and act like, well, the blacks did it and it didn't work for them because they ain't got no community. We'll go out there. See, I think y'all different from the South. Come on, man. The South went out there and marched when we were all together in the 60s. We were together. We had fathers in the house, mothers stayed at home, children was school, and we still didn't get fucking nowhere. So the Northern Kingdom going out there, they ain't about to change shit. And this devil is more of a devil than he's ever been. Go ahead,
Provocation,
rebellion. That's what this government sees these protests as, rebellion. And you gotta understand what the word even means. People are so stupid. They don't even know what the hell a protest is. You don't even know what marching is. When you march, you're marching to war.
Yeah.
There ain't no goddamn signs and shit when you march. Marching is a military engagement. It's military allegiance.
Yeah, definition of rebellion, an act of violent or open resistance.
Open resistance, see, but it's peaceful. But it's resistance.
Yeah. It's a compound word. We mean back, failure meaning war.
Act of war.
An act of violent or open resistance to an established government or ruler.
Open resist or ruler. No kings there against a ruler. Come on now.
And you got revolt, insurrection, rioting, mutiny, insurgents.
Rioting, mutiny.
Disobedience,
Mutiny.
resistance.
Can we get that word? You need that? You said resistance, right?
Yeah, mutiny and
Mutiny
and open rebellion against the proper authorities, especially by soldiers or sailors against their officers.
But then you got people against the military prisons.
Actually, you have open mutiny in the U.S. military because you have soldiers that were dishonorably discharged for refusing to carry on if it comes to urban warfare. So all those soldiers that refuse to sign that petition were dishonorably discharged.
Well, they gonna meet their end anyway.
And a lot of them are white bread Americans that are pissed off because they actually have love for America. You know,
The Civil War is coming, man. But what type of American are you, man? Who you really with? Who you with? You got that word mutiny?
I already read it.
Yeah, you read it.
Read it again.
Mutiny, an open rebellion against the proper authorities, especially by soldiers or sailors against their officers.
It said they shall not regard their kings nor princes. Those are officers over the people. They don't always have to be on a military footing. It could be just a political or national command. You know, they call the president commander-in-chief. Nigga ain't out there in the field battle. They call him the commander-in-chief. Right?
It says refusal to obey the orders of a person in authority.
And Trump has all authority right now. The Lord is giving it to him. He's that king Lord and a fierce king. His decree shall be final. It shall be executed absolutely.
Verse, going back to second, verses 15 and 16. It reads, it says for there shall be sedition among men,
Sedition.
and invading one
They're
another.
going to be invading one another. It's going to get to that point where people are going to be like, Trump is right. These people are murderers. Not that they're murdering you because they're just bad people. It's because there's a lack of resources. Survival of bread. Survival of fish. You got it. I ain't got it. I got it. You got to eat, but I'm going to eat. You got to bring out. Man, you know me, man. Shit, GA.
You're not thinking straight.
That's still way.
You need to take 2 steps back.
6 feet.
All it's going to be is, he's like, I want you to get your ugly, yellow carcass out my doorstep. You got to the count of 10. 1, 2, 10. Merry Christmas.
You filthy animal.
And Happy New Year. Yeah? Yeah, so that's what you do with everybody, baby. Tony, Mo with the gimpy leg, everybody.
Man, not Mo with the gimpy leg.
So that's what's going to be, He's like, I forgive you, but
my Tommy gun don't.
You see in verse 16 again, it says, they shall not regard their kings nor princes
They ain't regard kings or princes. Yeah,
in the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
that's in the minds of these people. They're going to be possessed by demons, and they're going to just take it They gonna go psycho. The love of many
Shall wax cold.
You know, you can already see it on the low level. All these benefits being taken away from these black women. Them complaining that they don't have EBT and shit to be approved, so they just want to start housing shit. And they're preparing. And the black woman's a fucking clown because it's like, nigga, like stretch the fucking money, dumbass, and stop getting fucking hot pockets and bullshit. Go get rice, go get beans, go get shit that can last, dumbass. Yeah, stupid ass black women are dummies. See, your grandmothers and you know our aunts and our mothers and stuff, they knew how to make stuff stretch because they know how to cook. Stupid ass modern women don't even know how to cook anymore. No wonder it's hard on you because you're an idiot. You go on brunch every fucking Sunday. You don't know how to cook now. You ain't got no family to cook for. They got their nails. So really, I'm not you can make stuff straight. Go get you some eggs. Go get you some lentils on the side. Go get beans, you know. Go get some rice. You get things that can last. You can make that in bulk. Yeah. It's just that these modern day women clown. So to all you women folks that's crying, my message to you is fuck you. That's my message to you because you should have had a man that you been cooking for. But I got children. Fuck them damn kids. Like that one black bitch said years ago. Go and fuck them kids. You know? Send them to their father or die with them. A lot of you women gonna eat your children as a second kid. It's gonna be a beautiful time because literally America's under siege right now. Through the tariffs and the trade wars, they're under siege. And literally cities are under siege right now because of the protests. Come on, man. It's gonna be a wonderful time.
Verse 17, 2 Corinthians 15 to 17. Reasons the man should deserve to go into the city and not be able.
Hey man, just let us go home, man. We came out here peaceably. Now you will leave in peace. You know? You ain't gonna let a nigga go, man. Hey, man, see, you go down there to downtown, you may fucking never leave. You go to downtown, they gonna lay you even. So, come on, man. Stay home. Real ass at home. And bullets is coming.
Oh, damn.
And there's a bullet for every clown down there. Whether it be man, woman, child. Hey man, that's a hot zone too. Hot zone. It's compact. It's just bugged out.
You said it. That's about the shit. That looks like it. It's a crack.
I ain't been in a while, bro.
Like damn near every other street look like Tim City.
That shit.
Damn.
It's not good. Yeah, they got the same. I know why you're having this little meeting in broad daylight. You don't want to go out at night because of the Batman. Everything don't want to go out. The Batman is out there, man. You know? With your balls talking shit. So we brought him down to our level. You know? He's like, just gotta give him a little push. It's gonna be crazy out here, man. Oh man, bro. But go ahead, bring that out. That Bane, man.
All right, so this is Bang's speech.
Bane means death.
Yeah.
This is death's speech for you dumbass people that believe in your government entity, like my man, the Punisher. Like you and your goddamn system, man. The goddamn system, man. You know? He's like, them families coming here. I'm gonna lay him down, right?
Says, we take Gotham from the corrupt, the rich, the oppressors of generations who kept you down with myths of opportunity.
Myths of opportunity. Everything is dead now.
And we give it back to you, the people. Gotham is yours.
Gotham is yours. You gotta read it right, huh?
Oh,
Go ahead and perform it, brother. Go ahead and perform it, brother. Go ahead and perform it, brother.
You go ahead and perform it, brother. Yeah, you can start from the top. Gotham is yours.
Yeah, the Dark Knight Rises, Gotham's, it's called Gotham's Reckoning Speech. Reckoning. The Day of Reckoning. It says we take Gotham from the corrupt, the rich, the oppressors of generations who have kept you down with myths and opportunity, and we give it back to you, the people.
The people.
Yeah, it says Gotham is yours.
Gotham is yours.
None shall interfere.
None shall interfere.
Do as you please.
Do as you please.
It says start by storming Black Gate and freeing the oppressed.
Woo!
It says step forward those who would serve. For an army will be raised.
The army is going to be raised.
Right? The powerful will be ripped from their decadent nests and cast out into the cold world that we know and endure.
Yeah, we know and endure, man. That cold, harsh world. They gonna be reduced to it. They gonna experience it, what it is to live in a third world country that they try to send these migrants and these people back to. You gonna understand how hard it is. How you get it out the mud.
It says courts will be convened, spoils will be enjoyed.
Courts is gonna be overrun. They get people at the courts and shit, you know, but they gonna overrun them goddamn courts and they gonna make their own courts. It's gonna be a beautiful thing. They gonna close the courts, really. You ain't gotta worry about DUI or what about my citizenship? Gotham is yours.
Do as you please.
It says spoils will be enjoyed.
Spoils will be enjoyed. That's you women, folks. All right, we gonna get us to eat them. We gonna get we gonna.
It says blood will be shed.
Blood will be shed.
It says the police will survive as they learn to serve true justice.
The police will survive when they learn to serve true justice.
It says this great city, it will endure.
This great city, it will endure. It shall endure.
Gotham will survive.
Gotham will survive. That's LA. Gotham City.
It's terrible.
Terrible.
It is currently under curfew.
Woo! Terrible. Yeah. And they gonna need insurance from the general for real.
Nobody's supposed to be out in the
Yeah, you're not supposed to. How strict they are with enforcement, I don't know.
Well, they shot somebody. That's what they said.
They shot somebody.
Shot a nigga with
Big with rubber bullets. Like minutes after the curfew. They ain't playing around, bro. They ain't playing around. So going back to 2nd Ezra 15 and 18, it says because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled.
Because of the people's pride, you Americans' pride, our people's pride here in America. The Lord doesn't like pride. He's telling you to settle down and let him fight the battle for you. And if you don't, you're gonna get the repercussions of going out there. We gotta get that word protest, man. People don't know what the hell protest means, and only men are supposed to be out there in the protest because a protest is letting the higher government know that we mean business. We can go to the table and discuss terms. Women and children ain't supposed to be out there because shit can get violent real quick. We went into the Revolutionary War that Jay got shot. He's the first one to die. And shit. And it said that the British opened up fire on the colonists or colonials or whoever the hell it's called.
The reason is because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled.
Because of their pride, the cities are going to be troubled.
The houses shall be destroyed.
The houses are going to be destroyed.
And men shall be afraid.
And men should be afraid. Anarchy, civil unrest, martial law. That's it. No man's land. The survival of the fittest.
Verse 19 it says a man should have no pity upon his neighbor.
See, a man is going to have no pity upon his neighbor because you're going to have what he wants, and he might have better guns than you, or bigger guns, or more men. And he's going to take that from you. What happened?
you have a wife and children, I'll take that wife and your child, and I'll take you. People gonna get taken, they're gonna get traded, they're gonna be raided, they're gonna get raped, they're gonna be left, they're gonna be stripped. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be a forever curse.
Verse 19 again, it says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword.
They shall destroy your house with guns. They're gonna be ransacking your house with guns. They're gonna be bringing your houses down with guns. A lot of these houses are weak as hell. Their structure is weak. It ain't made with brick and mortar anymore. It's fucking what they call them, the walls and shit. That's drywall and shit. They gonna shoot through that shit. The whole house gonna come down with the weaponry they got. They don't have armor-piercing bullets to take down these houses. You people hiding in the houses. They showed you that on one of the purge movies. The first purge, you go hide in your church. Oh yeah, that's gonna be your graveyard. They gonna kill you in there. Yeah, because when martial law is declared, all your rights are revoked, right? All your rights as a citizen are revoked. You are seen as no citizen. You are a terrorist. You are a threat. You are an insurgent. You are a criminal. That's it.
It says, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread.
Because of the lack of resources, people are gonna spoil each other's houses. Whether you be American or not, you're gonna spoil each other's houses. But we're American. I gotta eat. You know, that's all it's gonna be. My children gotta eat. You're not thinking clearly. That's the old way. That's the old price.
And for great tribulation.
And for great tribulation, you go into the word tribulation, it means a great squeezing. All right, they're gonna press this nation. They're gonna squeeze this society to a point of breaking. That's why there's uproars of the people. But they're gonna quell that quickly with military might. Let's go to that 2 And with that squeezing, it's gonna bring in famine.
This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 16, beginning at verse 22. It reads, for many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine.
Many people that's dwelling on the earth right now is going to perish for the lack of resources. It ain't just food that people need, it's medical supplies, things of that nature. Things that make the necessities of life livable. People take toilet paper and wipes and shit for granted until you ain't got it no more. You take water for granted until they shut it off. They're gonna shut all this off. You gonna know how good you really had it. And the thing that people took for granted, they have more than what they need. And it's the same thing that people gonna kill for these times we talking about.
It says, and the other that escaped the hunger,
and if you escape this hunger, what's gonna take you?
shall the sword destroy.
The military might gonna take you out. If you're not chipped, if you're not within a 15-minute city, if you're an insurgent or an enemy, they're gonna shoot you down. If you're darker than a brown paper bag, shoot them down. Hey, them fanboys come up here, I'm gonna lay them down, real. I'm gonna lay them down.
So are these like the tribes that are correlating with the different races here?
These races, those are not their names. These are the names that were put on them during slavery. These are their biblical names.
Shalom, bro.
And that's who they really are.
According to the Bible.
According to the Bible. That's why everything that has happened to us has happened. It's all recorded in the scripture. That's why our people have no reason of crying to this government about nothing. They need to cry to our God. It's like they cried to him in Egypt. They cried to Pharaoh. They cried to the Lord. The Lord sent Moses in there to speak to Pharaoh to let them go. So the Lord has sent his men out here, the prophets, beginning with our apostles and elders, to tell this nation it has not long. When you see prophets on the scene, that means the kingdom is coming to a close. And we're here to tell our people that salvation is waiting for them, but not all our people. Because the majority of them are not going to listen to the rebel or to take them off with the enemy. We're here to tell them, hey, there's a way out. We're doing the real protest. We ain't go out there with no flag. We're lifting up the banner up on the high mountain. This is our banner. This is all we need. This is what supposed to govern with fear. We know this book. We don't need no flag or some demand. This is what's going to get us somebody. Go ahead, huh?
Continuing in verse 23, it reads, "And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them."
No man is going to be able to comfort any of you people anymore. All right? Because they're going to kill the power. Ain't going to be no television. Ain't going to be no internet. Then you know where your next will is coming from. And then it's going to be men like dung upon the face of the earth. Dead bodies everywhere.
That's right, bro.
It says, "For the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down."
The earth is going to be wasted and the city is going to be cast down. It's going to be like I Am Legend. But imagine it on a war-torn footage. Ain't just going to be lions and shit taking over the building. It's going to be actual gunshots in the distance, screams, things of that nature. It's going to be really, really bad. The only light people going to have is going to be the light of day. They're going to be too afraid to go out there into the streets. Because the military is going to be waiting for a drone, or a robot dog, or a man with an exoskeleton suit, or an Iron Man type individual, or a sleeper cell, or somebody that's agent for somebody that's a double agent. So you can't come this way, you got food and water, and lead your ass into a tent. Now you do it. Well, why? Well, why lie? Put your ass in that cage. Yeah, immediately, man. I had to do it for my family. I had to set you up. That's why I said trust not in every brother. It's wickedly planned. We in that time. You can't trust all J. You know? They gonna lead your ass down to the concentration camp. Your woman gonna lead you to the chip station probably. The children might already have it. Brothers gotta really get in that mind state of you're on your own. Really on your own. Go ahead, huh?
It says, "There shall be no man left to till the earth."
Yeah, they already taken away the migrants and the workers. How much more when society breaks down, they give it to the robots. There ain't gonna be no man to till the earth. Fruits are gonna be growing. Things are gonna be out there to be picked, but ain't nobody gonna be picking them because everybody's gonna be locked into a 15-minute city.
They be grabbing more than people in California.
Oh, yeah. The Lord is coming against the north as he always did. He starts with the north first and ends with the south. He said it starts with the north first, the south gets the north.
It says, "There shall be no man left to till the earth and to sow it."
They ain't gonna make it look all pretty and all that. It's just gonna be given to
That's what I was looking at.
It says, "The trees shall give fruit, and who shall gather them?"
Yeah, who's there to gather them? They're working for us. There's no loan. Alright?
The grapes shall ripen, and who shall tread them?
We're gonna tread them into wine. People gonna be salivating for the little things in life. Pleasures in life. To eat and to drink and to be merry and to have wine. You're gonna be loathing for these things in that time. People gonna be loathing for that. You best believe they ain't giving you nothing in the concentration camp. If anything, they may not give you a goddamn thing. They feed you just like they feed you in Guantanamo Bay. They don't feed you the regular way. They put a damn tube in your nose and shit. They feed you like that. Lord.
It says, "For all places shall be desolate of men."
Men kill one another. You know? Men are gonna be slain out here, right? If they can a brother grab that Michael? Grab that Michael. They will bring it.
It says, "So that one man shall desire to see another."
Why? How? Internet, Skype, YG, and even just seeing somebody clearly in person. You're gonna desire to see somebody. There's a lot of people gonna be dead. You know?
And to hear his voice.
And to hear his voice. Communication's gonna be cut. No phone, no internet, no nothing. You know? I just told my dad I loved her. I just told my mom I should have told my girlfriend I loved her. Last thing you saying, tell your girl, where you at? Oh, I'm over. Now you through. Now you through.
For of the city there shall be 10 left, and 2 of the field, which shall hide themselves in the thick groves and in the clefts of the rocks.
See, people are going to be hiding out in these dangerous times. Alright? Because the house is going to be ransacked, destroyed, and overtaken. Alright?
As in an orchard of olives upon every tree, there are left 3 or 4 olives.
Yeah, something is left when you bleed. And even in our law, we say bleed things from the poor. And certain things are left when you bleed. When you go through Babylon and you checking through the house like Goldilocks and shit, bears going, ain't gonna be shit in there. They're gonna ransack the whole fucking thing. You know, everybody gonna be dead.
It says, or as when a vineyard is gathered, there are left some clusters of them that diligently seek through the vineyard. Even so, in those days, there shall be 3 or 4 left by them that search their houses with the sword.
They're gonna be searching their houses, soldiers. They're gonna be searching the houses with guns. They like, nothing left, extraction. All clear, they're gonna get out of there. Now people may actually be in there in a damn cellar or some shit like that. They ain't gonna know. Clear, moving out. Then they might blow the damn house. Search nobody in there. Just to make sure level. Pretty great level.
It says, and the earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof shall wax old.
You gonna be thinking it's bad in Babylon, it's gonna be bad everywhere. Wherever you be. But it's gonna be worse here in America.
And her ways and all her paths shall grow full of thorns.
And I'm like, you do not talk like
Because no man shall travel there through.
Ain't no man gonna be able to travel freely. It's gonna be martial law. It's gonna be 15-minute cities. It's gonna be curfew. And if you do travel, no man's land. You're on your own. Your ass gonna be like John Wick. Gonna be every nigga looking at the phone like. Then you gonna be walking and shit with the dog, and you just gonna see dude on the phone look up like. Like 55 million. Take it. Alright? And that's what's gonna be for all the cars. Like, everybody gonna be running. There's gonna be bounties on them. If you bring me into the God, $50,000. You bring me into the man and the woman, $80,000. You bring me into the man, the woman, and their children, $100,000. Now you go find it. Go get it. It's gonna be bounties on them. It's gonna be the Mandalorian hunting people.
It says, the virgin shall mourn, having no bridegrooms.
That's going into you women folk. You're going to be mourning because you ain't going to have no men to marry you or to give you validation. They're going to be dead. They're going to be through. You ain't going to get a heart or a like. You going to be craving that, and all the men going to be gone. The internet is going to be down. You're going to have to figure it out for yourself. The only men that are going to be around is going to be as precious as fine gold.
Maybe when that Isaiah 41, like, picks up and come to pass. Yeah. It says, the women shall mourn, having no husbands.
Man, they're going to die in the famine. They're going to die in these wars. They're going to die in the societal collapse, in the takeover of the new regime. You know?
Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers.
They're going to see how helpful a man truly is in the day when there ain't no man. They going to be shaking in their boots, scared to go outside, bugging out, fearful, fickle. All the men going to be dead and shipped off. Or in concentration camp. Or taken like high school or something else. Either you're going to fight in the military or you're going to go to the camp. Choose wisely. Got 2 choices. Yeah.
It says, in the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed.
In the war, they was going to marry Edgar and shit. He was dying in the war. They was married Jose. He He gonna die in the ring. You supposed to marry Tyrone, he gonna die in the ring. Where the hell you thought you was gonna get? You'll lie in, he gonna die in the ring. You saying women gonna give it to the women of the Lord, get that seed in your life. Or you gonna eat your own children and die. That's it. Right?
It says, and their husbands shall perish of famine.
Woo. Lack of resources.
Hear now these things and understand them.
Hear now these things and understand them. Right?
Ye servants of the Lord.
The servants of the Lord. See, we understand, the time we're in, anything can go down, and that's good enough for me. It's fine. I don't need no money. Money can't buy me love. See, money ain't gonna be able to buy you nothing in this time. Because it's gonna be a new money system. If you ain't involved, well, you ain't involved. And the men of the Lord ain't gonna be involved. We're gonna be outside the grid.
Still be good.
It'll still be good.
Right.
The Lord gonna keep us. Feed us.
Right?
All right? And Jake on the other side that went Esau's way, man, this ain't enough.
Make it enough.
That's what you gonna be. If you have abundance, marry. Can the brother hold that in the I know you got that name. Brother hold Jeremiah
Jeremiah 51 and 46. It says, at least your hearts faint, and ye fear for the rumor that shall be heard in the land.
See, that fear for the rumor that's heard in the land of the deportations and all that. No, fear that you're going to be hauled off from your houses to concentration camps. That would have been a godsend if your ass was sent back to your home country and be so free.
Yeah, right.
But if you're here, oh man, it's going to be bad because, especially if you ain't under the guys of your how about you outside, it's going to be bad. Alright? Really bad.
Can you
And
watch your camera
rumor
real
shall
quick?
both
Yeah, try to
come
go real
1
quick.
year, and after that, in another year, shall come a rumor.
Rumor report.
What?
And violence in the land, ruler against ruler.
Violence in the land, ruler against ruler, that's civil war. You might flee to another state, but it's more dangerous there than it is here.
Mm-hmm.
So you ain't gonna know who's trouble.
Then you just had Trump and Elon openly bickering in front of the whole nation. It's not a good look. They were supposed to support each other, now they trade jabs.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, that's terrible.
And that's civil war though. Lord never, if you was fucking fooled by them coming together and all that bullshit, you're an idiot. Because it was never meant to be that. Civil war. Yahweh Shai said, if Satan is divided against Satan, how can his kingdom stand?
Mm-hmm.
It looks one way, but it's really another way. We know, according to prophecy, that's how we see. We see the world through the lens of the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
Now what we see, now what they showing us, we knew it was going to get here. We went tight. We knew it was going to get to that point. They just went to it. Look at Jeremiah 17.
Trusted in man. Con.
Nahum chapter 3, beginning at the top. The headline reads, the miserable ruin of Nineveh.
And another name for America is Nineveh.
Right.
All right, because before Nineveh was meant to go down during the time of Jonah, he's prophesied 40 days, and each day was getting closer to the point where the Lord was going to bring it down. But the Ninevites repented because a lot of people was doing more than repented, so the Lord didn't destroy it during Jonah's time. But the prophecy still stands that Nineveh was going to be overthrown, and it was overthrown. So America will be overthrown. That's right. It may not be overthrown at the time you think it is, but these places
But it's
still
gonna
be
happen.
overthrown.
That's right.
You have to trust in the Lord our power.
This is the book of Nahum chapter 3. Woe to the bloody city.
Woe to this place.
It is all full of lies and robbery.
It's all full of lies and robbery.
The prey departed not.
The prey is our people. They depart not. They built up this country. They slaved over it. They bled for it. They sweated for it. This devil, he has to lay you down. That's his blessing, the sword. That's how he's going to gain his supremacy as priest. sword. And the only way that this land can be cleansed is by the blood of him who shed it first. So the Lord's going to force you tries to fight this land. He's going to fight against you. And he will prevail. And Jake will prevail in certain instances. But will not altogether go unpunished. The majority of Jake will die here.
It says the noise of the whip and the noise of the rattling of the wheels.
The noise of a whip, slavery, the noise of the rattling of the wheels going into the cars in this place. Because in ancient Nineveh, they were known for horses and chariots.
And of the prancing horses and of the jumping chariots. You can see that now downtown LA with Issachar, with all the
Lowriders, yep.
That's nothing but a modern day horse. Issachar does have a horse.
Yeah, shit, you know, they can say shit with the hydraulics in the car, man.
That might take off. Babylon shit. They have a good kind of horse he can actually. But hey, horse, the same horse is dancing and shit. If you the same horse is rolling on your fucking block, it is gonna be the same.
It says, the horseman lifted up both the bright sword.
It said the horseman lift up.
Lifted up both the bright sword and the glittering spear. And there is a multitude of slain and a great number of carcasses.
So they lifted it up. They lift up. And nothing was left. All that was right after that. Like you said, nothing but carcasses.
Yeah, and a great number of carcasses.
Great.
And there is none end of their corpses. They stumble upon their corpses.
Remember on the boys and shit, when he was just imagining shit, the nigga flipped him up, and he lays in that whole fucking crowd. They ain't gonna do that with the guns.
Let's talk about the fire.
They just gonna be loading off on the people.
It says, because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcraft that selleth nations through whoredom,
That's America.
and families through witchcraft.
They sold your families for witchcraft. So all you people trying to get your citizenship, and you sold yourself for nothing, it'd be better for you to leave. Alright, or connect with your people that's already in the States. That's the only way. Or leave.
It says, behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shemashai, hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face.
The Lord's against this place, and he's going to discover what's really been hidden this whole fucking time. And for our people out there joining these protests, they ain't no good. The brother real quickly get at the etymology of protest real quick.
It says, and I will show the nations thy nakedness and the kingdoms thy shame.
And that's what the world is seeing, the shame of America, the shame of Babylon, the hypocrisy of America. Go ahead,
This protest, the online etymology says, it's a noun. It says, able wall, pledge, solemn declaration.
It's a declaration of what? To the standing powers, it's a declaration of dissension, of war, and of instability. You know that?
It says, declare publicly, testify.
Oh, and the only ones that are supposed to be out there protesting are men because they're testifying. In order to testify, you must have testicles. If your women and children out there and a damn tear gas canister hits them, that's your goddamn fault. They ain't supposed to be out there. It's only supposed to be men to bring the men in question to the negotiating table to get what they want. Other than that, you're wasting your time. And it's going to be a bloodbath. It's going to be Gaza, downtown LA.
It says, witness, statement of disapproval.
So it's a statement of disapproval. So you disapprove of the standing nation. So the leader of the nation is like, all right, they disapprove. Well, I got to bring down the military and get them out of here. Because if one starts, then they all go through it. Get that Abuwa.
No,
that word.
That word, Abuwa?
Yeah.
The word Abuwa, as it said at the top, it says, assert or confess openly.
Disagreement. That's it. Get it on the other part.
It says, an open declaration, frank acknowledgement,
Frank but disgruntled feelings of the people.
It says, declare openly, take sides openly.
They're taking sides, but not the sides of this nation. That's why Trump is sending military force, because they're siding not with him. They're siding against him. That's why I said, what they call it, no kings day. Pretty much they're openly declaring that they're against him, his kingship, his administration, his country, and they're waving a foreign flag. That's it.
That was
This is Psalm 37, 37 and 40. It says, mark the perfect man, behold the upright. Within that man is peace.
The end of the things of the Lord is peace. It's the future. Salvation.
But the transgressors shall be destroyed together.
The transgressors are people that's joining hand in hand with this country. And you're going to be destroyed together.
The end of the wicked shall be cut off.
The end of the wicked is going to be cut off.
But the salvation of the righteous is of the Lord.
The salvation of the righteous of our people is of the Lord. Right?
He is their strength in the time of trouble. And the Lord shall help them and deliver them. He shall deliver them from the wicked and save them because they trust in him.
Right. That Jeremiah person blessing.
This is Jeremiah chapter 17, beginning at verse 5. It reads, thus saith Yahweh Shem Yahushai, cursed be the man that trusteth in man.
So you're cursed if you trust in this man and his system, and you really want to go down and beg him for help. You're not helping.
And make it flesh his arm.
You're going to make flesh your arm. You're going to think that human intelligence can do anything for you, or human help. There is no help in that. They can't help themselves.
It says, and whose heart departed from Yahweh Ba'ashem
A
Yahushai.
lot of our people's heart has departed from the Lord. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Go ahead,
But he shall be like the heat in the desert.
So you're going to be dried up. You're going to be in that state of dismemberment, embarrassment, lack of resources, not knowing which way to turn, losing sight of oneself.
And shall not see when good cometh.
You ain't going to see when the good comes, because you're going to come to the elect. You're going to come to your people, but not your people. You're going to come to people that look like you, but they're trusting in Yahweh and not in his government. Right.
It says, but shall inhabit the parched places in the wilderness.
So you're going to be left in these cities uninhabitable.
In a salt land and not inhabited.
Because this land is literally going to be turned to salt and dust. In the end, that's the end goal of this place. That's right, bro.
Blessed is the man that trusteth in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Blessed are those that trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. We're not cursed, we're blessed.
And whose hope Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is.
And our hope is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, because he is the rewarder of them
that diligently seek him.
And he will send his express image to deliver us. He give us true justice. So with that, we're going to close out. We're going to face the east by giving all praises, glory, and honor unto
Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Rakakadash.
double honors once again unto our apostles and elders at Great Millstone that rule well, continue to do so. Salutations, peace, and blessings unto the hopeful elect that house of David. With that, we're going to say shalom.
Shalom.
Kwame Ashala.
Kwame Ashala. Kwame Ashala. Kwame Ashala. Kwame Ashala. Kwame Ashala. Where were you when the Israelites took over the planet?
People of earth, we know who we worship.
That's right.
Shalom.
You.